Bit late today.
Sorry, guys. You can see why we're late. We're late because we were waiting for... And look at that. The fucking timing of the fucking prick.
Front three.
Gonzalez!
Prayed, man. Have you man prayed?
No, where's your microphone? Where's it pointing?
It's is it? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. The microphone's all right, you know. It just needs to be pointed towards you.
Yeah. I was focused on this one. She was on the iPad. She's on the iPad.
Doing what?
She's watching BFG.
Never seen it.
Amazing film. I watched it with her. It's about a giant. Amazing film.
Steven Spielberg, isn't it?
It's half animation, half human. So that's what I don't like about it.
Like Roger Rabbit.
I ain't seen that one.
What?
No. You know what I noticed? When I try and I want her to watch new films.
Yeah.
She just likes watching the same ones all the time.
Yeah.
Kids are like that.
Yeah, the kids, they like that, innit?
Have you got Disney Plus?
Huh?
Have you got Disney Plus?
Yeah, we got Disney Plus, yeah. She only watches the same thing, the two same films every day.
What?
BFG and what you watching now? What's it called? Walking Away. Oh, she's watching BFG now. There's another one called Walk Away or something.
Right. Which is about...
I ain't watching that one. Jamie Foxx is in it. I'm not watching it.
Oh my God. In terms of obviously yesterday we had quite an epic day on the show.
Yeah.
But no. You're not getting early shots in. You're not getting early replies in.
No, not even.
That's later on in the show.
Diego, do you remember Sunday night? Yeah, it was like the big wrestling event, and then Monday they used to rock up to Raw, and they were knackered.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what it's like.
Pay-per-view on Sunday.
Pay-per-view on Sunday, Monday night, yeah.
And you need a whole new set of storylines as well.
Amazing, man.
I just find it funny. Every time we finish an episode, I think, that one was the best one.
Yesterday was classic.
I was like, that's it.
Do you know what it is as well? Boat came in with no class, no coof, no training, nothing. He was like, who wants what? It is. Elbows first.
We had no idea he's coming in. You don't know what
I've stopped calling him out on him boating in the WhatsApp group. Like today, when he put up that message from Carnival, like 2 hours after somebody already put the message from Carnival up, I was just like, "Fuck off, Boat. Just do what you want. I'm not even calling you out on this shit anymore."
Do you know what he did? Remember I told you he's never spoke to me privately.
Yeah.
He hit me up this morning.
No, stop. 500 people. You guys just got a nice teaser into what is coming up on the show today. Fucking hell.
He had the chair yesterday, boy. He was.
I love Bo. I think it's funny. I think of all the things that and I always say this to him, I always say this to whoever works with him. Boat's one of my favorite people to work with for a few reasons. The main reason is fresh from the Premier League FIFA tournament. Harry Pinheiro.
Pinheiro. What's happening, George? What's happening, Specs?
He's like Pinheiro and Pacino, so they called him Pinheiro.
You already know. What's everyone saying?
We're not going to talk about Boat yet.
No. I'm not ready for that even right now.
No, but I'm going to talk about him in general before we to build up. One of the things I always say to him and whoever's working with him, I say, Boat's one of my favorite people to work with because at very early doors, I had to teach everybody how to put the question in the answer.
Yeah.
And some people, I just let them get on with it because they're too good at what they do. To me, I would never ask people to repeat a joke because that's it. The joke existed in that moment. That's it. It's dead. Specs, I lie. I never tell people to tell a joke again on camera. It's in that moment. If we didn't get it, we didn't get it.
We didn't get it, it's gone.
Yeah, but Bo, it has for 6 years, he has been the ultimate question in the answer guy. What did you guys think of Manchester United this weekend? What did we think of Manchester United this weekend?
Oh my God.
I'll tell you what I thought.
That is such a fucking boat answer. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he's just like trying to hold on to conversations for as long as possible. Like, you get me?
No,
You'd
pro. It honestly is pro. It's pro, and the edit needs it because someone always has to set up the question. I could just always rely on Boat to do it. He's fastidious.
That's how you know he's poet's friend.
Yeah.
Put your headphones on.
That's poet's friend right there.
I can say I've never met someone like Bo. Like, you know, there's always someone like someone. Like, you know, like I've never met someone like Specs. There's only one Specs, but Bo is another example. Like,
Yes.
I've never met someone who is like him in any way, shape, or form. Do you know what I mean? But I like the way he deflects because yesterday was amazing. But anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Outrageous. Yeah.
Go on.
Yes.
Yesterday there was a terrible moment though
Gone.
when Poet went into his speech about the wedding and what he would have done to make it better. Like, bro, the wedding was 2-3 years ago. You can't be talking to man like this. How can Harry come to my wedding 2 years later and say, Specs? I can't lie, the speech was long. I can't tell my dad now, Dad, your speech was too long. 2 years later.
Yeah. That's a howler. That's a howler.
The only reason you're saying that is because you've been saying that since the day after the wedding.
After that speech, I went straight to Bolt. I said, your dad dead tomorrow. He knew. I don't hold back. I can't let it go. Go, bro.
Poet was dressed as a photographer that day, though.
Poet was dressed as a photographer.
I swear that conversation is not allowed anymore.
About his wedding?
Yeah.
No. I'm not going to tell you what's not allowed because that's just going to make people run questions. That's stop.
There's a blacklist.
There are very few people that have just like no-go. They're very no-go topics.
There's a blacklist.
Harry absolutely. Harry needs some no-go topics because unfortunately Harry wants to talk about everything that's going on at all times, even when it's like, Harry, stop.
Do you know what it is with me? Yeah, I've been born this way. Like, I'm just a cunt. So I don't really get upset when cunt things happen to me because it's the game, innit? Do you know what I mean? And I feel like being honest is the best thing sometimes. Some people just don't like it. But I feel like Tigo is the right person because he tames me when I know I should just be quiet. You know.
That subject,
I'm learning.
On that subject, FIFA tournament today. I watched Bournemouth versus Southampton.
Yeah. Howler for the internet connection.
Who's doing best though? Which team looks like the best team? Because someone won 6-1, right?
Brighton.
Yeah,
So
Neil Maupay.
He's crazy. He's actually sick. Like, dumb player. What's his name? Philip Billing. He's good. He's
he looked good. That's who I watched him against Angus Gunn.
Yeah, Angus Gunn was there. He wasn't really good at all. He couldn't handle the pressure. But Trent's supposed to be good as well. So it's gonna be sick. So Trent, they said Jota's good as well for Wolves. So it's gonna be good.
I think Trent played against Poet.
Did he win?
Poet and Vuja shit. So yeah, probably.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be sick still. So I think what we should do, is we should try and do something like that where we face comedians on Instagram.
There's not enough people in here for me to hide, Harry. Yesterday I was one little corner of the screen. I could just sit there and just be like, all right.
No, I'm joking.
Someone's doing something. Okay.
So guys, yesterday I missed the concert that was live on Instagram. The Teddy Riley thing.
I was never watching.
Oh yeah, they did a round two.
Was it good?
I'll be honest, but Harry. They had a mayor again, so I gave up.
I just woke up to Miles's timeline. My Twitter thought I wanted to see what Miles had to say.
Yeah, no.
Someone DM me and said, "Tell Miles, control your boy."
But he was in. Miles was commentating on Twitter. The last song they played, I remember it.
This was somebody's timeline yesterday. All Miles.
Mileage UK.
They screenshot it sent to us. when it's all said and done, these two are geniuses, Praying Hands. This is one of my favorite guy songs. Guy songs. Teddy, I like the way. Yeah, it's true. You never know what he's up to, though, do you?
I can't lie. I was in there. I was in there. I was front row watching them. But you know when you're watching something, yeah, but you're thinking about something else. That's what I was doing. I was not taking nothing in. One song was like, okay, cool. But I just look at these guys thinking, you look like my uncle's uncles. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't. This is wrong. Why are you on instant? Like, come off here, man. Go on. Your Facebook's your place. All my uncles and aunties on Facebook.
No, all the old timers were out.
Yeah,
they were out last night. All of them. All the plus 40s. You get me? But apparently,
and be on Insta.
I can't. I just all this stuff. This like playing music through phone stuff. It's the music sounds bad.
Always.
It's through a phone. Like, think about it. Why don't they do this on the radio, which is optimized for sound? Why are they doing this on Instagram?
Because you can't see it.
What do you see? Don't see anything. It's just the clout that people are after.
You want to see comments.
Yeah, that's what people are in. Essentially, what they're in it for the comments. Because look, Specs, when you was DJing the other day, you didn't respond to nobody apart from just literally shouting because you know the tunes are bangers. I think that's more better because it's like you're not in control. It's just running the rhythms. Either you like them or you don't, kind of thing. But where it's like a clash, everything just sounds a bit lagged. It don't sound like how it usually sounds in real life. It just get me. And you look at the first one, Ted Riley having fucking a howler, sound issues, man bought the whole equipment. And it didn't even sound right. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's what we have to do, innit?
These men are acting like when the first 5 minutes was terrible. Yeah? And I'm looking at the guys thinking, guys, you're taking this seriously. Why am I seeing guys moving speakers left to right in the background? Why am I seeing wires? I'm watching it on a phone. Relax.
That's what I'm saying.
The guy you're going to lose to is about to put his phone next to a fucking Bluetooth speaker. And you're dancing and wires and that.
All you have to do is sit in the car.
That guy, the backup dancer, he came out again for the second round.
He's even that's just trying too hard, though, isn't it?
He came for the second round, bro, to dance again. So Teddy Riley said, "You know what? Yeah, I want you again. You were sick." Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I feel like I'm getting too anti for this stuff. Because I like when social media moments are like big and whatever. But I just feel like it's like this is a reduced version of what you should be doing. Like if Lovebox said Teddy Riley versus Babyface clash headline Saturday night, I'm like, that's a reason to buy a ticket.
Yeah. When the sound's all proper and everything.
Yeah, they put money into the stage production, the bass is gonna slap, all of that, and I'm getting anti.
Yeah, I think that's coming. This happened because the first one happened and it was good and it's just getting bigger. But once we can all attend venues, I'm sure that will come.
I don't think we're going to attend venues ever again.
Yeah, well, next year, August, when we can attend venues.
Yeah, let's hope all these old guys stay alive, man.
Someone said we need to bring Twister back.
For what?
Twister was hard, bro.
I love Twister.
He was hard.
Means the game.
No, the rapper.
Who would he clash? Who could he clash though?
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes. Nah, Busta Rhymes would eat him.
Though. Yeah,
Busta Rhymes would eat him. Busta Rhymes would eat him. Does it have to be someone who raps fast?
Yeah, that's his thing. That's his move.
Ludacris to burn him as well.
Yeah, Ludacris to burn him. I don't think Twister had a long reign in it like that. For us to clash
in Chicago, like he's dropped classics probably for 20, 30 years. Like they love it, but mainstream now. Yeah, 2003 to 2005 or whatever.
There's one guy in Bone Thugs that raps fast, but I get them all mixed up.
Yeah. But I got busy.
I used to hate them.
Really?
Yeah, and one of their songs, you know, the Crossroads song.
It used to scare me when I was a kid.
That scared me. That video.
Aye. You see when it does the eyes, when the eyes
The
go
black
up.
eyes. Oh,
Finished me.
no,
That used to kill me when I was a kid.
They traumatized me. I slept with the lights on for 2 years because of that video.
Yeah.
They were like the rap version of The Undertaker in their videos. Everything was candles, dark. It was just very horrific, bro.
Do you know where they were from? Bone Thugs.
Cleveland, no?
Cleveland, yeah.
Oh.
Nobody's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Apart from
LeBron James.
LeBron James, yeah.
Oh. And Trippie Redd, because I remember they had an argument who's the king of Cleveland.
Trippie Redd's from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Cleveland. He's from Cleveland, bitch.
They had an argument who's the king of Cleveland.
Trippie Redd performed with KSI on his ring walk for his fight with Logan Paul, right, in LA. Rick Ross, Trippie Redd, and Essex. Yeah, I think so.
Trippie Redd looks like he needs.
Kid Cudi is from Cleveland. You're right, Lumos. You know too much about Kid Cudi, though.
Kid Cudi is a G. He's a G.
Kid Cudi is one I will never understand.
Machine Gun Kelly's from Cleveland. That goes back to my no one's from Cleveland argument.
He washed Eminem.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
He watched him. I remember, my boy, who's like a proper Eminem fan, was playing me Eminem's diss back to him after he played me Machine Gun Kelly. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, so where's the punchline? Where's the one where he got him? And it's just like 3 minutes into the song. I was like, big man, just hold it. It happens. It happens to the greats.
That's Eminem versus Twister, where they both just rap fast. I'll tell you who I'd rather hear.
That's how Eminem used to rap.
It's Steph Curry from Cleveland.
Steph Curry? Yeah. Steph Curry's from Carolina, isn't
he? These lot are lying then.
Didn't his dad play for the Hornets? And that's where he was born.
If he's from Cleveland, this LeBron beef is big.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's from Akron, Ohio. Yeah, he's from Akron, Ohio.
Wow.
Steve Harvey?
But he grew up in Carolina.
The crowd are getting mad.
The crowd are getting mad.
Steve Harvey's from Cleveland.
Steve Harvey makes me laugh.
I love Steve Harvey.
Not because he's funny, though.
Did you used to watch the Steve Harvey show?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes,
I did.
That was terrible. Steve Harvey's from West Virginia. Don't try it. And Steph Curry is from Charlotte. He is from Carolina, but he was born in Cleveland. So
he's still
So guys, you got to Google right now. Google before you bring us facts.
I know.
He's not a lazy man.
It's misinformation.
So tonight I'm gonna watch the Jordan documentary, first episode, the one that Miles scored for me.
There's two. They're dropping 2 a week.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know, when you told me that yesterday, I thought I was ready to watch all 7.
I think there's 10
or all 10. I would have watched all 10 yesterday, and you're telling me I got to wait till next week to watch 3 and 4. That's
honestly, yeah. The first 2 were really good.
Yeah, that's too long. Why am I waiting this long?
ESPN Films are the best sports filmmakers in the world by far.
One thing I will say though is they won't. It's going to be biased, isn't it?
Towards.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's going to be biased to Jordan though, isn't it? They're not going to show that he was a cunt.
Apparently they do.
Yeah. Someone said that he felt a bit bad about it coming up because he was like, the way I look on it might affect how people like perceive me, because he was proper like a cunt when it comes to basketball. So was Kobe. Like they was proper hungry for it, innit? So I think it kind of transcended in the
but I'm not mad at them being cunts during the game.
Yeah.
Like be a cunt during the game by all means, as long as you like motivate the brothers. It's all that off the basketball court shit.
Yeah.
That I heard about.
Jordan's a cunt. Jordan's a famous cunt.
Yeah.
He's someone said at one point in the documentary, they said he's arguably the best person to ever do one job ever. The best person at his job ever. And I'm like, be a cunt, bro. Honestly, like, if everyone who was in a position of like authority or position of anything. If your best player at your football team, if the best comedian, the best rapper, if they were a cunt but they gave you the best,
I just got shit. Hold on. I'm not at work anymore. Sorry. Sorry.
One thing I will say is his cunt was bossy. He had swagger about his cunt.
Mental.
You know what, I saw something on Twitter. Yeah, I think it was KG. Yeah, he was talking about when he was at the Wizards. Yeah, when he first faced like Michael Jordan. I think shit. Sorry. The fuck? Yeah.
That's Smithy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, he's pulling you back.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it was about when KG was at the Wizards, and I think the first like half of the game, KG had a good half in it, and he was in his ear talking shit to Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan was like, raw. Started doing his fingers like that and gave him the maddest ever for like second half of the game, like 20 points, 30 points or whatever. Then he was like, that's the day I said I'm never ever going to talk shit to Michael Jordan again. Like I heard his spirit was different. You get me? So I need to watch it because I never watched him in it. Like I got to people like 2012.
Yeah, Space Jam I saw. He was good in that.
I hate Space Jam, man.
It's a shit film.
But do you know what? It's a shit film as well. Good Burger.
Terrible.
Oh my god! What?
Terrible.
What's that about?
Oh, it was Kenan and Kel. They basically work at a
burger place.
But there's some people that want to whatever. Oh, I can't remember, man. It's a horrible film. Oh yeah, it's Wolves. Wizards. Sorry.
Go watch it.
But Sam says KD never played for the Wizards, but we weren't talking about KD. We were talking about KG. But yeah.
KG, not KD.
You know what's mad? Yeah, I've never been into NBA, but I remember Michael Jordan back in the day.
Yeah.
So I remember Ian Wright and Michael Jordan were the guys for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously they're different color. They're a different color to me, of course, isn't it? So in my head, I'm like, that's Uncle Ian, and obviously that's big Michael Jordan. But I never watched him. But to see when I'm seeing like Chicago Bulls got like 110 points, but Michael Jordan scored like 69.
61 or whatever, yeah.
What are the other guys doing? Nothing.
No, you know what's funny is if you watch like the Lakers, not so much the Lakers now, but the Cavs in LeBron's last year in Cleveland, you would see games and you just be like, LeBron's got 20 fucking rebounds, 20 assists,
Triple
50
double,
points. And you just be like, what? There's good players on the court right now, like Kevin Love and whatever. But some players that's just too much, man.
One thing I'm jealous about of the NBA is they have characters. I wish football had characters like that.
Yeah.
Like imagine football had a Dennis Rodman.
100%.
Oh, I hated Dennis Rodman, man. I don't even know why. I just didn't. I don't know what it was. I used to look at him and be like, nah. My spirit never took to him.
Oh man, just like and like the direct beefs, the obvious beefs.
Yeah. Premier football's full of fucking pussies and
look at that.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's right before the lockdown as well.
Hey, look where I was sitting as well. Look at the price on my fucking ticket.
Right next to Ric Flair.
Bro, I saw LeBron James live in the flesh, AD, all of that in the flesh. Can't lie.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
I met Ric Flair. I shook his hand, but I was so like fucking shook up that I saw him. Yeah, that I backed out my phone after I shook his hand. I was like,
that would have gone mad on Insta. Come on.
Is he taller than you?
Huh?
Is he taller than you?
I'm taller than him by far.
Okay.
He was with 3 women though.
Of course.
He doesn't fuck about. He's got a Rolex and an Apple Watch on the same wrist.
Oh, there's no rules. There's no rules. He did that at half time. So they made it a thing where like they was giving out like all the legends, all of that. What's his name? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all of them players, and then all the people from the Pelicans and whatever. Bro, he came out and goes, woo! Everyone in the whole fucking Staples Center was like, woo!
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's a serious fucking legend, man.
Serious, yeah.
I almost didn't wash my hand.
I'm glad you did.
That's how you get corona, just so you know.
Digga, was Michael Jordan bigger than Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
That's such an obscure question and hard to answer. Yes,
Definitely
but,
wasn't.
but no, but yes. They're both up there with the biggest ever. Both massive in every corner of the globe, really.
Would you say Michael Jordan's the biggest athlete in the world?
Do you know what? That's a great question. Who's bigger?
How would you measure that? How would you measure that?
By who he's brought to the sport.
No, you can't measure it. Yeah, you can't. But
Then that's Jordan. Then
you just you have to hypothetically. Could you go to the corner?
Muhammad Ali? Arguably, you could say people fell in love with more of what he stood for outside of the ring than inside. Whereas Jordan predominantly was because of how sick he was a basketball player.
Purely the athletics, yeah.
So for that, I'd say Jordan because, bro, yeah.
Right.
And also, yeah, you can't escape that legacy of the brand and just how recognizable he is. Even Space Jam, Jordan, man. I don't know if you noticed Specs his eyes in the documentary.
He's high.
I'm thinking bucket of milk, maybe.
His eyes got tangerines. His eyes.
All right,
what's going on? Why's his eyes like that?
I don't know, but I'm going to bring someone in right now who I was filming with earlier. He's a good friend of yours and mine.
Hey, let's go.
How many views you got?
1,077. People are here waiting for the second round.
Get a drink in, lads.
What happened?
We're 26 minutes in. I'll tell you what, Dan, we're going to come back to this in the next half hour.
Is it real though? Can I get confirmation it's real?
It's real, yeah. Everything that happened, everything you've seen is real.
If you was there, you would have been the pot.
No.
You'd have been whiffing it. But yeah.
Oh, mate.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm alive. Just
in your office.
All right, Dan, I shaved my tash.
Oh my gosh, I just seen it. Like, you two look like dickheads. You kids look like dickheads, man. Why do you let me? You can get away with it because you've got no more facial hair. He's trying to keep his fucking beard.
Yeah. Bobzilla, I don't know what you're talking about. Tweet it to us. I don't know what you're talking about. Just quickly, you keep mentioning it. Let's show it to us.
Yeah, as I was shaving it, I could only hear you. He was like, no, don't shave the tash. You can't shave the tash. But
you can't.
That's powers.
I mean, what was that for? What was it for? Commonwealth or something?
No, boredom. No charity, boredom.
Accident.
Nothing.
Don't rewrite history.
It was an accident. It was a howler.
I was trimming it, but I realized it wasn't even, so I tried to get it even.
Oh shit! And then he started fucking it up, and then he knows like, oh shit! And it's gone, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it went.
That's a big howler.
Hey man, now more than ever, I'm happy he's here. Fuck it, we're indoors.
You look like you should have like a skateboard now.
Oh, I'm done.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you look like someone that should like.
I don't want to be that black guy.
I don't know. I feel like you got Vans.
Ahmed Alshad, be more specific. So I don't want to deprive people of things they've been promised. I need to know what they're talking about.
He's talking about when a footballer DM'd him.
Oh yeah. It's all right. Specs, do you want to talk about when you got a DM from a football player the other day?
A DM from a football player the other day.
Yeah.
The Beckfriend one.
Yeah.
Boys, a football player for DM me. He said,
"Can we say what club? What club he plays for?"
You don't even know.
You don't have to
know.
But he used to play for Arsenal. He used to play for Arsenal. And he's from George's country.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
So he's messaged me, sent me a clip and a face upside down. In the clip, it says, it's me saying on camera, He's a beg friend.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
So I'm like, so obviously, because the face upside down, I'm saying, yo, bro, you're not the only so and so.
It's a very distinctive name.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I love what you do.
I know it's all
before
jokes.
He said that to me, I thought he was trying to go left. Now, let me just tell you this, guys. I'm waiting for a football player to message me and say, I'm not happy with what you said.
You was on smoke early.
And me and chairman will go meet him face to face. I'm already annoyed. So I'm like, here we go. He's come on.
Hold on, who was it?
He said,
I'm
love.
trying to think from
Listen,
Congo.
I know the name. These lot ain't said it, so I don't want to say it.
Are you lot?
Say it.
What?
Who shook?
Who? Him.
Who shook?
If you're shook, I'm shook for you.
Yeah, but Dad will have him. Dad will have him, man. I don't care what anyone tells me.
No, but the truth is, we'll go back to the story in a minute, but you actually said it on a show previously.
Yeah. That's what he sent. He sent Specs the clip of him talking about him back to him.
But you know the problem is,
With an
I hate why
with an
when people
upside
do
down
that.
smiley. It was with an upside down smiley face, which is like in language terms that means so wagwan. So wagwan.
yeah. So this is what I'm upset about. When he messaged me and said he's a fan, he loves what I do, I now was being positive back. Yeah, come on, I love what you do. So we're cool now. So you know what I done to be even nice? I took him to the bar and bought him a drink. I followed him. He didn't follow me back. That means we've got a problem.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No, you're right.
There's an issue.
Unfollow him.
There's an issue.
Unfollow him yet?
No, I'm giving him a month.
Unfollow him now.
Unfollow him
Get rid
now.
of him. Put him in the bin.
Unfollow him on screen.
People think it's J. Emmanuel Thomas. It's not J. Emmanuel Thomas because J. Emmanuel Thomas already spoke to Specs.
Specs, they're gonna
my
look.
name's J.
Quick, they're gonna look for who you follow.
Specs has problems with a lot of football players, but you're giving them publicity, so they need to start paying you.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
They don't hate it. They just can't defeat it.
Yeah.
He just kills them.
Yeah.
They don't even dislike it, but
Do you know when I knew it wasn't?
didn't like it.
Do you know when I knew it wasn't a serious issue? The week that Virgil van Dijk got like World Player of the Year and all that stuff, he saw Specs in a room and was like, "Man, like Specs." And I thought, well, if this guy's World Player of the Year with Messi in them, you who plays for fucking 10th place Arsenal or fucking
Championship.
Stoke City, whatever the fuck, yeah, you can fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone's been killed. Mickey Richards, he's been killed. And he's not.
Yeah.
It's love.
Did you ask for his number?
No. You was there, Tigger, right? I didn't ask. You was there in it. He said to me, anytime you come Manchester, shout me, take my number, we'll link up. That's a big friend.
That's what Ting say.
It is.
I'm not shouting no one.
Oi, Manchester, when this thing's over, I promise you, that is the place to be.
What? What happened, Dan?
Leave me alone. Oi, Manchester is the best,
I
bro.
didn't tell you lot about when Specs sent me a bad scout report.
Oh.
What did he send you?
He sent me a terrible scout report.
Negative or positive?
It's
It was
It's
negative. It was negative. Bro, I almost put in a bid.
Where was the player from? Manchester.
Yeah.
The players from here.
No,
But
man.
He asked me, and I thought it was another player.
So now,
So you gave him the wrong player. That would have been a very
Players in Manchester are known for being high quality.
But it was his
Alright.
fault. It was his fault because he straight away assumed that I played with this player before. Well, you know, I played against this player.
I thought you knew enough. I thought you knew enough of the player.
No.
I didn't realize you two were playing in the same. I didn't
That's
realize
why.
you two
See,
were
when
playing in
you're
the same
scouting a
division.
player, yeah, you can't rely on one scout. You need multiple scouts. You know what I mean?
You know what I believe in?
Yeah, one
I
scout
believe in-
report's never enough. You need
have
more.
a drive up there yourself. Just go to the,
You got to
have a drive up there.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Dad,
I want to watch the player for myself.
you ain't got a car. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was a howler.
Oh, but yeah, man, flipping. My bad. I thought it was someone else, but we make mistakes, man.
Did I tell you? You see, last time I went Manchester, I forgot my man's name, yeah, but he come out of nowhere. So, like, I'm there and it's like midnight, and I'm thinking, do I want to go out? Do I not? It's Sunday as well, and I'm thinking, fuck it. I've got this apartment anyway. I'm with my cousin. There's a few next man, but they're not really on going out. I said, come and go. We go out. We go to this mad place, yeah, like some sick bar thing. We get in there. Immediately, one guy comes over. He goes, bro, what the fuck are you doing in Manchester? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, man's just here, innit? Like, he goes, bro, believe it. That's it. But this is, I'm not going to lie. The youth that it was, he's a G, and his name's Perlo, innit? And you can tell he's just one of the man them round there. Yeah. Like, and then when he said the name, I was like, Perlo, bro, that's the fucking waviest name I've ever heard of. Or as someone's name. Perlo. It's an assist merchant. So then I thought to myself, all right, cool. His boy come, yeah, a DJ, and his head is flown off. He couldn't believe it. He bought 10 Patron shots, right? Not Patron, coffee Patron shots. Boom. Almost vomit. And then we ended up going, like, they refused to let me spend any peas. Like, 10 shots here, 10 shots there, 10 shots there. Went to a next rave, China White or something like that. Something like a free bag table or something stupid like that. They was just like, you're not buying it. I'm buying it. Went in there.
Stop
like,
banging your table.
Yeah, sorry. You know, I should know better.
You're the sound guy.
I should, yeah, I really should, yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure really how to end this story.
I'm not sure if you knew how to begin the story. The middle was hard though.
Just say it was a quality night, good fixtures everywhere, you know. And listen, the north of England has really good fixtures.
3 points. 3
You know
points.
It does. Double headers.
When you go up north, yeah, the percentage of you scoring a goal is really in the 90s. It's never really in the 80s. You can always bank on scoring or ending your drought, your scoring drought up there. There's so many good games up there. Amazing.
You're gonna get lots of opportunities. You know, I'm never worried about players that don't get that get chances and miss them. I'm very worried about players that can't get the chances.
Yeah.
Very worried. And in the north of England, you get on a ball and it's just fucking options everywhere.
And you know what it is? I don't think I've ever played a 90-minute game at Manchester or up north. I've always scored within the first 10, 15 minutes.
I like to play in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's when I like to arrive. Even in Shoreditch, these kind of places, I wanna be an impact player. I wanna come right at the depth of the game.
That's not me.
And nick a goal.
If I get you in the first 10, I'll leave.
No, listen. In order for me to know that if I've played at your ground, let's say three times, and I've had 90-minute matches with extra time and I still haven't scored, then there's something going wrong here. Because I know that I'm a great player. Do you know what I'm saying? I know that anyone that sees me play would want to sign me. Do you know
I remember you having a fixture a long, long time ago, and you were struggling in that fixture.
Yeah.
I remember in the WhatsApp group we were struggling.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
I put 3 O's.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's bad about the North though. The fans get involved. That's what kills you. You'll be in a match and all of a sudden you'll look around and the fans are on the pitch.
Yeah. The fans are always on the pitch. I think
you can't overplay.
The thing is, what you can do at times like that is ignore the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, I've made a big career of ignoring the crowd. The crowd are not there. You know, you put the blinkers on, and you imagine there is no crowd.
Yeah.
And that you're at no club.
The good thing about that is if you have wingers on your team, then it's amazing. It's just through balls. Yep. That's all it is. There's so many through balls.
Yep.
So yeah, up north is amazing. But the thing is, with London, it's just a bit too. So many opportunities, but you can lose a lot. You can lose a lot. Yeah.
Look, in London, the fans get on the pitch. They'll take your shirt. They'll start playing.
They
don't give a shit. Up there, the fans are looking to meet you after the game or whatever. Which is, it's long, but you do have to stay mobbed up there because
there's more respect up north. Yeah. There's more respect for the sport. I think you swap shirts after.
They just don't like seeing away teams coming in and just cleaning up.
You know, players though.
I feel like players like me and Steve-O and Dan, we got to be careful with what team we sign to. We can end up on the press. We can end up in the press, and the press is really against people like us right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'm really trying to stay away from the problems right now. So I think it's up north from now.
You can't get up north now anyway.
No, not now.
Oh, obviously not now. Obviously,
I want to know if
coronavirus is. Luckily, all fixtures are off right now. So if there's any time to not be playing, this is it.
Oh, believe me.
But do you think your gaffer will start getting used to how you're playing and thinking that's how you're going to play all the time?
Every now and then I come here just to let my gaffer know I'm not at home all the time. Sometimes I stay here till 2, 3 a.m. just to make sure my gaffer's not getting too comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, I have big wage demands. If you want me at home more often, the wages are gonna have to go through the roof. I need new contract, new stuff.
You have to have your agent call every now and then. It's like, sorry, babe, agent, and she's got to be like, wow, what's he working on?
Yeah,
is there even enough?
Exactly. What wages?
Yeah.
I think I'm severely underpaid.
But how do you negotiate a contract with a lifetime contract you've signed?
You and Specs cannot do that anymore. It's done.
Yeah, your contracts. Well,
I think the contract.
I don't know. Look, the clubs want these.
Yeah, like Scottie Pippen.
The clubs want these players to take pay cuts.
Yeah, right now, I'm taking whatever's been offered right now at this moment.
The truth is, the market's crashed anyway.
Yeah, totally.
So demand is,
and I think a lot of players which we thought were very, very good prospects are going to literally clutch at anything at this point. So
value over investment, bro.
A lot of
value over investment.
I've seen at least 4 or 5 players go into administration already.
Yeah,
it's been 4 weeks.
That's why. And
I'm seeing players struggling.
I'm looking at MLS.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what I'm looking at, man. Way out there, just.
Are you looking for a type of player in the MLS, or is it the same players you look for over here, but just in MLS?
Just a player, go do a little 1-2 with.
Yeah.
The thing is about the MLS, high taxes.
Yeah.
Very high taxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
you go LA
what is more of an advantage, having an MLS player or having a player from Newcastle?
Listen, it depends because there are tax-free states. You want to go play in Florida, you pay 0 income tax.
Yeah.
But they exist.
Yeah.
Florida, that's the players that rock up to training with bandanas and that. That's not me.
The thing is, yeah.
They ain't 0% tax. The players with the bandanas ain't 0% tax in my experience.
I'm on this.
I mean, obviously, wherever you can, if the conditions allow it, you want to stay in the UK to play matches. But one thing you can do when you do finally make the switch and go abroad is play multiple fixtures. I
haven't got the strength anymore. I ain't got the body.
Yeah,
you're doing that. That's you.
But I think, I think what Dan's trying to allude to is you need to just dip in and out sometimes. So play some World Cup fixtures. Play some of those fixtures. Try win your domestic trophy so you can face the teams in Europe, best teams in the world. So then that way you're not an unfamiliar person. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Still stamina,
What we
though.
really need. Do you know what you need though? You do have the stamina, but do you know what you need in order to you need to play a match where a lot's on the line.
Or
It's
just
all
that's
about
when-
desire. It's all about desire.
It is.
yeah.
It's all about desire.
or just call Marvin.
100%.
But it's
What we really need, what would benefit the whole club, all of us as a whole, is a pro clubs match abroad.
That would be a fantastic.
Oh, amazing! I know what position I'd play.
That would be fantastic. Because some people
I'll
will
be a
never,
fourth number 9.
some people will never
Yeah.
make.
Oh, false line.
Because you think I'm going to score, and I'll just disappear. Gone.
Some man will
I want the
never,
ball on the pivot. I still want to play in the DM role and just get. I want it on the half turn. That's
Blinken.
it.
But that's what I'm saying. If I have a good game, I want to keep playing, and I want to sign another contract. I know how I am.
No, that's,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what's. Yeah, I know what's. Specs
what-
definitely wants new contracts.
Specs will give you the Aguero treatment. He'll buy a house for your family.
Burgle your own house and say you can't live there anymore.
Specs known to be in digs. He'll go and play in digs. 100%.
I've got a shadow marker, so I'm trying to stay quiet.
Okay.
Oh, what
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you was. I didn't know your club was such a was so well implemented. I didn't know it was.
Listen, it's a modern club, man.
That's
So
it, yeah.
you're not dealing
Yeah.
with quite as like clubs with all the facilities and that.
Yeah,
Yordi's in a different league. Like
You lot's clubs.
Yes, yeah.
You lot's clubs are very
Old
traditional.
club. My club still got older fashion stuff. So
Yeah, traditional.
So what?
yeah.
Your parents still come and watch you play football as well? My parents, they're not on it. They're not on it. It's too cold. It's too noisy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that thing they throw in the fans? What's that thing for the smoke in Serie A?
Players.
Flares.
Flares.
They like the flares and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you negotiate with them? How'd you get them to come?
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. Yeah, you see, when my parents continually started coming to my games, it got to a stage when I got to like 28. They were still at my games.
What?
So the team that I signed to, so the team that I signed to, I implemented. I bought my contract. I bought into my contract.
Yeah.
So now the stadium that we play at, my parents don't come to no more. So
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm happy, man.
I mean, I bought my I moved out into another stadium when this man 19, a new stadium.
Dan,
That's it.
how much do you want to talk about when you left the U Franks and you went pro? Because it's one of my favorite stories. Is that transition between U Franks and going pro that you had?
Well, the thing is, I was a free agent at the time when I decided I was gonna go and play and go and invest in my own stadium, go and get my own place. And as a young free agent, you're able to sign whatever contracts you want. You know, you could do whatever you want. However, I was only free for 1 day. I got snapped up by a club so fucking fast that I didn't get to enjoy playing with numerous clubs in my adolescence.
Is it?
You know, I've been under contract for 10 of the last 11 years. No, 11 of the last 12.
Well, no, when I was a wonder kid, I was a wonder kid.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
No, man.
You know what, though? I'll be honest with you, yeah, and this is not something which I don't feel bad about saying, but I've been a wonder kid while I've been signed.
Yeah.
Not currently, but previously.
Not currently, but in listen,
I'm not letting anyone take away the wrong language here.
I was a kid.
Yeah, wonder kid. Yeah, of course, yeah.
And it's because the teams that I was signed at, they were offering more than what I thought they was giving at the time I signed. So I had to just test the water, see if I could play two touch. And sometimes the pass that I got back was to feet. Do you know what I mean?
That's
so
it.
for me, I just had to make decisions. But
I
now,
remember
unless you're
I held the
Messi,
record.
unless you're Messi or Ronaldo or one of these guys, Rooney or something, you're not getting the wages
Nah.
that age.
When I was younger, I was on a poor wage. Definitely, I was on a horrible wage.
Yeah.
When I was a wonder kid,
But I scored. I get that.
Fiber optic.
Damn, you're
and the
struggling.
the club didn't appreciate me, so I had to leave.
Josh
That's what we
Mazza.
heard. That's what we heard, Dan.
That's what we heard.
Nah, when I was
Extended metaphor,
ripped
reduced
up my
to,
contract.
doesn't appreciate me.
Bro,
when I was away,
the way I got dumped was hilarious as well. Fucking
The way
hell,
you
man.
got-
You know what it is, Dan? I think when you're a young wonder kid, sometimes you may come across, a player or a team that has a lot of money but has nothing to offer you. So you're swayed by, you're swayed by the money, and then at the end of the day, you realize, it's just not part of it. But hey, I think we're in good clubs at the moment. Geordie's cut tight at the moment. But it's going to change for you shortly. Trust me. Been there, done that.
What does the club think of your moustache?
Bro, my club loves it. I don't know why. But my club's biased. My club's biased. Though. I'm a legend. My club is biased. I'm a legend. I'm a legend at the club.
Is that good though? Is that breeds complacency? That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just being a legend. I don't know if you've put up the numbers to be a legend.
I'm an erratic player, so you have to keep on your toes with me.
Okay. So yeah.
I wish, you know what? I'm gonna go on my old computer and I'm gonna find the pictures. I used to do this thing where I used to make every opponent that came. My stadium was called the Love Shack. Yeah, that's what it was called. It was known. Where I made every opponent play in the same kit as me.
What?
Dan,
metaphorically speaking,
no,
this is edgy.
They put on Chelsea kits.
So okay, but wait, are we doing the metaphors here? Because if it's a metaphor, then you went through an experimental phase.
No, this is no longer a metaphor. I'm saying Tiggs used to come to man's old drum. This is before my girlfriend, now my partner.
Yeah, of course. This is why it's funny, because
that's why it was the Love Shack. Not the current stadium I'm at now is not called the Love Shack. It's not the Love Shack. The old stadium, it was mental. And I literally used to have to wear Chelsea tops. Just incredible. And I'll take pictures.
That's kind of weird.
That's sick.
Have you gone for a trial at a club, and told them that you're coming back and never returned?
What? That's my move.
Yeah. I was known for that play. That's why I think when I actually was able to sign an actual contract, there was a lot of skepticism about it, because they heard about how I wasn't really impressed with from scouting. So yeah, I just wanted to know if you've been through all of that.
Say that Berahino just stopped showing up.
Yeah, basically. Peter or the Wingy go to clubs that they want to sign me.
Or the Wingy drive to another club.
When you left, did you leave with any communications? Was there any word said?
Do you know what? Not really. Due to the fact of the player I was, I was like a Tarat. I knew I was good, but I wasn't displaying it all the time. So only I knew how good I was, you know what I mean? So I just leave and won't say nothing. And then obviously word went around town. So when clubs wanted to actually sign me, they used to always withdraw, because it was just like, nah, they're not. It's not a long-term thing, so they didn't want to sign. Yeah. So
rolling contracts are the way to go.
I would do what Pogba did to United, and I would tell every club that I'm here to stay and I want to grow with this club. And then I'm in Italy.
Yeah.
At a wedding, which is ironically one of the better stadiums to play at.
Exactly. You're playing at weddings, and everyone understands the magnitude of the occasion.
Yeah.
Do you know what my favorite thing used to be? Returning to a club 3 years later.
To the flipping, to that.
Standing ovation.
The angels would sing.
Oh, standing ovation.
You know when Henry had the game again against Leeds?
Oh,
yes. Yeah. He won me money that day. I remember that day.
In my situation, that's when we sign more youth players.
The
only time there's a player coming,
you gotta be a mentor.
Yeah.
You go back to your old club and they start using you as a mentor.
Honestly, after the team I was with last year.
I don't know where we're going here.
I'm done. There's too much paperwork.
The thing is,
It's a lot of paperwork.
because we've definitely, all of us have left enough clues in these last couple of weeks
To be absolutely fucked.
if they chopped up everything and just.
I disagree. I disagree.
You know what it is though, yeah? I don't think none of us have pulled a hamstring. I don't think none of us have anything like that. I think we've shaken off a few knocks, but no hamstring pulls, no
no real injuries.
No, we're all right.
Nothing career threatening.
I got a story before we move on. I got this story of a friend. I'm not gonna name him. I'll give him a name. His name's Derek. He made a trophy with one club. Broke up with the club. He's gone out on the lash. Bumped into the club. Had a quickie. Twins.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So he's got 3 trophies from one stadium.
Yeah.
And what was the period? How many trophies? So he got 3 trophies in the space of what, 2-3 years?
Oh no. I think it was about 1-2.
Wow. So he's a good player then. He's definitely got ammunition.
I know somebody who has this situation right now. Exactly the same. One was an ex who went back to the club, got her pregnant. And the other one was a player that was already at a club.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
I'm talking completely signed, sealed, delivered with already 2 players. 2 trophies. And then, but that player's decided that she's not happy at that club anymore. Pregnant with twins. And I'm not sure what the date is, but all 3 kids are due in the next 2 months.
This is why Odemwingie was that was a warning. That was something we should learn from. Because you could drive to one club, and then the club you left has moved on, but you still got problems over there. And then the other club's like, no, I'm not on it. But they've still got, bro. You need to look at Odemwingie.
But that's what I'm saying to you, Dan, and all of us. Testimonial, man. It's testimonial times.
It is.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Let's cry, say a speech, and retire.
Do you know what no one really knows? The date that they lost their virginity. I wish I knew that. Because I'll celebrate.
Yeah, you would know if it's like Christmas Day or something.
Yeah.
New Year's
but
Day.
if it's not your birthday.
Yeah, birthday.
I remember we had just come back to school. So it must have been September time.
Yeah, my girl's here. So we're gonna damn down the football talk. What's that? You're right. I'm recording.
He waited. He heard the steps. He waited.
How your stadium get run?
No, but I can say this though. I remember though, it was. Imagine I actually broke it in my friend's dad's bedroom.
What?
On his bed, yeah.
You're not moving very.
No, do you know what? I broke it.
This is a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. This is a conversation I've had with my stadium. But as I was saying, it happened like that. It's a house that his dad wasn't really about like that. Like I said, 27 seconds. I'm sure it was that because it was nothing longer than that.
Yeah.
Maybe like 9 strokes, bow, out, at the game. And I went back home to my club and cried internally.
Did you pay?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
game.
I paid to get in. I paid for the player. I paid for them to get McDonald's. I just had to tap him up. It was a tapping up process. Very, very difficult to get that one because it was a player that was well known to the neighborhood. Maybe even the UK. But yeah, great. It was great.
Sorry, I just disappeared there. I just saw that Harry's made UK Gossip TV again. Harry, be an influencer of the year on UK Gossip TV actually comes with its downsides.
Wow.
What happened?
I really don't care, to be honest, anymore.
What's happened now?
It used to bother me, but I don't care anymore.
Harry's got 80,000. No, I'm not going to put it on. He's got 80,000 views on a video of him at his family home cooking some food. And the UK Gossip's like, oh, this is so cute. And it's like 394 comments. What have people got to comment?
This is a big. This is.
Do you know what it is? I've realized that there's nothing for people to do rather than just watch people's stuff. So unfortunately, I'm one of the people that they want to watch. So I might as well continue giving them things to watch. Fuck it. Because I don't care anymore. I don't care. It's one of those things. I try to keep it low, but now it's just out there, isn't it? So
nothing to hide, really, is there?
You're not
I'm at club now. I've signed, so there's not much I can do. My contract went out there in the public information now. Do you know what I mean?
So are we gonna celebrate and do this testimonial game?
No, there's still some people that need to sign off.
The league is cancelled right now. Like we gotta know if the season ends before we worry about fucking testimonials.
Yeah, I would advise you to wait.
There are lots of players out there playing behind closed doors matches. I'll have you know.
Let me just tell you this now. There's a lot of players on my side who have no pace. Dean Windass.
Quality though.
No quality. No first touch.
Turn Ram.
No
Windass
first
did it.
touch.
He done his job.
FaceTime. I'm out. The player's face is so big, can't even fit on the screen. That's Dean Windass. Let me go.
There's a lot.
I don't know what needs to happen. A big preseason. We need to not. What year is it? Is it 2020? It's 2020.
It's supposed to be
right now. Yeah.
Allegedly.
It's paused.
We need a preseason. All of us, filthy. One big preseason.
We always get one. It's just
no one abroad. Everyone.
Yeah, you're talking about a tour, preseason tour. You're not talking about a one-off game. You're talking about
several games.
We'd
have to go to a stadium. No, a tournament where there's many stadiums.
Yeah. In
order for it to work.
Yeah.
Because not all of us can play on the same pitch.
It's a lot of talent.
Yeah, it's too many.
A lot of talent.
Too many men in the same position.
Yeah. Too many. There'll be a lot of
Miles and Boat could lose the match for us.
In my experience,
they're the type to for a ball to come into the box. Instead of one of them to shout, "I've got it," they're both going to bang heads.
Yeah, 100%. That's it.
Yeah.
In my experience on preseason tours, usually a couple of players will pick up man markers in the first game and they won't shake until they get back.
Yeah.
That levels the playing field a little bit.
Played in the games.
I'll be honest, that's my bag.
Playing the same opponent over. It's a good opponent. Playing.
That's my bag. I'm not gonna lie.
Tour's a tour, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gambling.
Huh?
I'm not willing to gamble it.
The only problem is when you hit the ground running so far, sometimes you think you're going to continue this purple patch, and by like day 3 or 4, you're running dry. The man them are scoring, and you got to find something. You got to look within yourself, and you might have to go to Wrexham. You really might.
Yeah.
I'll never look down on Wrexham.
No.
What did I say to you before? Wrexham is where I probably became one of the best players in my community, which I was brought up from. Went to Wrexham, went to Aldershot, went to Harrow and Whiteside. I went to all of those clubs. Bromley South, I've been there.
Forest Green.
Come on, man.
See, now this, strategically speaking, Actor Scholar here says tour playing in Barcelona is amazing. World-class talent everywhere.
I agree.
Over the world
I agree.
Yeah, but that's bro, it's you got to beat a lot of players at somewhere like Barcelona.
Of course.
You got to break into. Do you know how hard it is to break
personally-
into the first team in Barcelona?
We don't need to go Barcelona. We can go Cardiff.
100%.
This is a man who has experience in Barca.
Oh,
This is a man who knows how to
Oh.
2 banks of 4 banks of 4. It doesn't matter. You can pack this midfield with whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure. There's too many. You got a strip where Shoko. I forgot all the other raids what they're called. Too much there. I've got a guy there called El Jefe. Yeah, his name is actually El Jefe.
No, it's not.
Yes. Oh well. That's what's in my phone. Yeah. Now this guy, like, he's one of my boys guys. Yeah. He said, phone this number when you're out there. He'll pattern everything. So I get there. I phone him. I said, Jefe, yeah, it's D. I'm here. Like, what can you do for me? He goes, where are you? I said, I'm at the W. He goes, wait there. I'm sending a limo.
Wow.
Send a limo.
Yeah.
He sent a limo. So I was like, all right, cool. Get in the limo. He goes, all right, cool.
Limos are shit, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah.
Limos are shit. But limos are all right when there's a few of you.
You're speaking in
Yeah.
Spanish, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, Dan's got a little bit of Spanish in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. We go to a strip club called Dollhouse. And I can only describe it as a Dominican dreamland.
I can only describe it as.
This place is a place where it's a place where, I mean, you don't even really need to shoot to score because it's a strip club.
Yeah.
But you want to play well. You want to play here. Like, this is somewhere where you'd put yourself on a pay-as-you-play contract here.
Yeah.
100%.
You'd pay them to play. Yeah, I get you.
Nah,
Exactly.
over there,
I'll pay you for my
you-
contract. I'll
it's
pay
not-
my contract.
It's
And
not
you know
just
what's so
it's not
crazy?
just about the football. It's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're playing with top talent. It's a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
some of the
makes it
thing is-
harder. You got to focus. You
players-
really got to work hard.
No, Tigo, in Barcelona, they don't defend.
No, but Dan, you're
It's
talking
just an
about
attacking game.
you're talking about showing up in a limo in Barcelona. Show up on a
That was
bus.
one day.
Show up on a bus in Hull. You get results.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But I was also putting in a massive shift the day after that. Not in a limo, no limo. You know, I could
Reputation is
do
out,
no
though.
stream at all.
El Jefe done the business. He put the word out.
He did. And to be honest, I'm a confidence player, as are most of us. That first day set up the remaining fixtures. But trust me, that's not. If there's anyone that knows how to win at the Camp Nou, it's me.
But remember,
I know how to get that.
Dan,
Well-
we don't look alike. That's number one.
You look like
Kante.
Abidal.
Abidal.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you need to loan someone to
He's a
bag
legend in
you,
Barcelona.
if you need to loan someone to bag you double digits, goals, assists.
There he is.
It's not that bad.
Nah,
Not
not that man. with the moustache, yes. You're a different human being now, Skits.
He
Bro,
actually
he looks like he's gonna go clean a car or something.
That's
The
20 goals,
fuck?
20 assists career record with no moustache.
Who's the best player at Filthy? Who's the best player?
It's either Harry or Dan.
Okay, no, you lot don't know me then.
It's either Harry or Dan, and then third is Poet, but I don't know about the rest. I'm looking at accolades and results that I personally know.
Yeah.
But you see, Poet's tactics is a mad thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in there. He's in
The
there.
worst.
Poet plays a different sport to us.
Yeah.
He's playing something different.
He'll bring the club to the filthy, obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poets. I wouldn't even say he's a coach or a scout. Poet's a pundit.
He's the FA.
He's the FA. He's the FA. He's UEFA. He's not the FA. He's UEFA. He's more about the European thing than he is.
Yes, and he's more corrupt. 100%. He's UEFA. Very corrupt.
And he pumps a lot. He pumps money into it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pumps money into it. Hey,
Listen,
man.
we've all got tactics. We've all got tactics.
Everyone, yeah.
Okay, so we're 1 hour 10 minutes in now. I want to talk about Boat.
We don't know what happened.
So, I think,
We got to start again.
so go on.
I know they had an argument, and then it got on to the point where Bo was just like, all right, do you think you'll have me though?
No, so let's talk about it from this perspective,
Jody,
right? For 2 weeks,
well, my guy.
for 2 weeks of Filthy at 5, Miles has mentioned. We've talked to Miles about Boat maybe 4 out of each 5 days.
Yeah.
And Miles has always had a similar energy saying, I said this to him and I said that to him and this is how I reacted. And Specs has always been like, I don't know if this is the case because when I was there, he didn't say this, he didn't say that. And Boat says you didn't say this and didn't say that. So out of nowhere, Boat comes in the group telling us he's watched episodes so he knows what Miles is on. Miles goes very quiet. Very quiet. There, hold on, guys. Wait 1 second. Oh, Super Bowl champion Kevin Stevens in the building.
Well, go on. Well, I'm hammerhead.
You missed the beat today.
Huh?
We're just talking through what happened with Boat and Miles and Geordie yesterday. Did you catch any of
What
that?
was that about?
Well, obviously, it's all about Boat's party. It all comes back to Boat's party. And
Boat was a prick.
Boat was, yes, maybe. But somehow, Miles has handled this situation. You remember, and I actually brought your name into it last week. Do you remember you told the story on your Snap that day? And everyone was like, fuck Boat, fuck Boat, fuck Boat. Then Boat comes in the office and the people turned on Miles.
Yeah.
So, but Miles has been running it up for 2 weeks now about Boat. And maybe behind the scenes, maybe. I couldn't speak to it. But he comes back. Boat comes into the group yesterday, first time in 2 weeks. Miles shuts the fuck up. I mean, he doesn't want to say anything. But we want answers. So we're pressing for answers. So did Miles say to you, Boat, I'm not a dickhead? Boat says...
Can we give Miles the benefit of the doubt? Because he was engrossed in the gulag. And
did he? No, we're not giving Miles the benefit of the doubt. So then it was like, and it's like, okay,
Miles
what was his energy like? And Boat's like, all right, Miles, stop me if I'm lying. You didn't have that energy. And then Miles said, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying a word. And then he went silent. And then Geordie, who I don't know if you've noticed his lip. Have you noticed his lip?
Did he bang you up? Oh.
What happened? You had a little shave as well, Geordie.
Yeah. And Skits.
It works,
his lip.
Skits is one. Skits like a lesbian, man.
What, have you all had shaves and that or what?
Just those two.
What, together?
Well, Skits did it on live yesterday, yeah.
His moustache has gone and that, bro. It's all mad.
But Geordie put his cape on.
Geordie, if you jump in a wall, I jump in a wall with you.
Geordie put his cape on and tried to cape for Miles.
As I do.
Geordie said...
And then I saw a Boat say to you, what you saying? And you said nothing.
No.
Oh, no, I missed... it got edited, innit?
It got edited.
Nah, it was live.
Don't try and blame on the edit.
I ain't got news with you, but we can fight.
Nah, listen, like, allow it, mate. Allow it.
Then
we all know what Miles is like. Come on, man. It's been proven, bro.
Every now and then.
This is twice I've backed Miles and he's left me alone.
Yeah. Don't back him, bro.
Yeah, no, you can never. That's the worst person to catch a case with ever.
Yeah, man, it's long.
Ever.
Fam, I'm backing him. I said, fam, Miles will beat you up any day of the week. This guy's playing game like this.
Right, so I saw that when all this was talking, Miles was looking over here.
Like,
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
done that a few
I told
times,
you
bruv.
he was
What's
engrossed.
he
That's why I
watching?
was like, give him the benefit.
And I asked
He's
him,
playing games.
I said, are you playing Call of Duty? He went, no, I'm not even playing the game, bro. I'm not even playing the game.
Oh, he's just
Yeah,
fidgeting.
nah, there's
Oh.
Miles is suspect anyway. We know this.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that can go in, enter a talk, a show, something, being the guy. He can come in there. He just done the thing with the police officer, the sexy police officer. He's gone viral. He's the man. He comes in at 6 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, he's not the man anymore.
Yeah. He fucks it. He fucks it every time.
Like,
Yeah.
how, bro? The girl was amazing. You worked it. You done everything perfect, and you're not the man no more. Not because of us, because of what you say. And this comes every single time. So
Yeah.
Miles is a lost cause, bro. I tried to take him under my wing. I was boosting him every week. I was like, look, Miles, this is it. The people love you for this character. We don't want to talk. We don't want to hear about bad man from the estate in Northwest. They love you for being silly, Miles, innit? Miles didn't want to play the game, bruv. He wanted to be a bad man. This is what happens when you're a bad man. You get boat coming to beat you up.
Yeah. Well, all I know is Miles is he needs help, man. He's really struggling.
We've tried to help him.
T, don't you remember outside the office when he said, nah, if all of you man got jumped, I'll back you, but not both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't even bring that stuff up. I didn't even bring up. I only talked about on-camera stuff because I thought it's no point throwing him under the bus for that stuff.
You know what?
Jordy's going on like that 50 Cent guy. Is it Bang and Smurf? No, who's the other one? That's all talking everything. That's you now. Trav. You're that guy in the crew.
Trav.
Some things don't be said, Jordy. Now look, you're putting filthy fella stuff out there.
No, but
all I'm saying to you lot is after Filthy Fellas, there's only one person that gets the phone call. Miles called me yesterday and said, listen, I love Filthy, but I'm not a dickhead.
How many times I've had that call from him?
Dan, how many times does he do it? Dan, how many times does he do that?
He's called me so often. He says, bro, like, he's not mugging me off. Am I getting mugged off? And I just say, Miles, I can't now, please. Like, I can't do this with you. Like, because he doesn't realize he's talking about me, to me.
So Miles said, he told me, Miles says, he goes, listen, I know you're joking that specs, but you need to calm down because obviously sometimes I don't like it. I said, cool. And he goes, tomorrow, I am not coming on. Let's take a day off. This is my thing. This is why I get on to Miles. Miles, why do you say this all in front of the crowd and us yesterday?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He bottles it.
No, but why didn't he say it? So you asked him that. Why? What was his answer?
He just kept saying, "Oh, say nothing. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't talking about it. I ain't saying nothing."
So
I told him it's a joke thing. I told him it's a joke.
It's a long time since I've said this because since the hack situation, you lot put me in my place.
Don't know what situation you're talking.
He's upset.
I don't know what situation you're talking about, but go on, say that again.
So you don't think so when everyone was getting on to hack and he wasn't saying nothing back and he stressed and I stressed to you lot that he didn't like it. Miles has just done that now. Should we not leave him alone then?
Yeah, but here's the best way for him to be left alone: to not click that link and come into this show, which he hasn't done. So,
okay.
But even now,
Dan's gone robo frozen.
I'm dental.
Oh,
yeah,
bro, my internet's too fast for you lot, man.
I'll tell you what came up. I'll tell you what came up yesterday, though, Steve-O, was your fight with Poet last year on WhatsApp. Specifics. We didn't do details. We kept the point of the argument completely away from the front line. But that was an amazing argument.
What one?
Yeah, and again, do you remember I said this yesterday? Because I remember there was one about a football player who's an English centre back who isn't fulfilling potential. Those two had a fight about him. Then there was the David Luiz argument at the beginning of the season. Does anyone remember that?
Yeah,
Steve-O and Poet on that.
That's a terrible signing.
Yeah, that you both got very heated about that. But no, this one was about when you put a link into the group to some video And Poet straight away went, but, and you were not happy.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah.
You look, Miles is here.
Where?
Jordan
where
Brown.
is it?
Jordan Brown.
Yeah, he is slightly Miles, isn't it?
What's Jordan Brown
definitely
talking about?
It's definitely Miles.
Whenever you see something wet in the comments, it's generally Jordan Brown.
Jordan, this is what I do. So when I was watching the Michael Jordan documentary yesterday, I was mad with the chairman because he didn't pay Pippen. I was doing what you was doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you wanted to put it in the group.
Yeah, I wanted to pay him, but I can't do nothing.
Sorry.
That's all good.
Yeah, I remember. But you know, see, the thing is, when me and Poet have our things, straight away, they get resolved. Because more time, Poet's being the bitch, you know what I mean? So, get me? Because the fact of the matter is he still trying to tell me David Luiz is a good signing? Are we still trying to say Pepe's doing well now? Like, come on.
But this is the thing. I know what upsets you, Steve. It's when Poet says to you in the argument, Steve-O, I know football. That's number one.
No.
I know David Luiz's brother, and he told me.
Yeah.
Poet's best coach, is a guy that managed Broadwater Farm. My best coach has won Champions Leagues and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Poet, the best person Poet's played against is fucking the bald geezer that does all the tricks that we used to work with at JD, that missed all the chances in Wembley. Dan, get me? I played against Zola and these people. So when you're trying to argue football with me, not that I know it all, but it's like...
You try to be little. Yeah.
Don't tell me you know something when, as I say, the guy you played against manages Broadwater Farm.
Who was it the other day? The other day he was having an argument. I think it was on this stream. He was having an argument, and it was like, say there's 6 people on the screen, and he says his argument skits. He goes, listen, I'll argue with anyone about football, because at the end of the day, I know Dan knows about football. I know Specs knows about football. I know Geordie knows about football. I know Tigo knows about football. Anyway, I'll argue with everyone. That is psychopathic strategy. That's
terrible, bro. Come on, because he hates that. That's his pet hate. Don't belittle him. Don't do that. But does it to everyone. But whatever.
He gets emotionally involved in his thing. That's what it is.
But like I say, straight away after, I can only say the problems I've had with him. He rings me, I ring him, and we clear it out.
But the only reason that happens,
the show is unfair. We hit everyone with the chair. Everyone gets hit.
The only reason you two phone each other is because you two go too far. That anyone else has an argument about anything, before they leave the room, before they leave the chat, it's done. You and Poet are like, someone's gonna have to make the first move here. Let me phone him. Make sure you ain't got shooters on me.
I have to ring, bro. I can't. Anyway, because what it is, we can't really talk about what the argument, what actually got me going. You know what I mean?
No.
That's the problem. Otherwise, I'll explain.
Steve-O.
I did live to teacher.
Oh, Steve-O.
Yo.
One time I was in West End, I was with Mitch. I rang Poet. I said, "Where are you?" He said he's coming. He's with Mitch. But I was with Mitch. I never forgave him. Steve-O.
Everyone in the comments asking what the hack situation was. Honestly, it was the most insignificant thing in the world that caused the flare up. Just like everything we've talked about here has been the most insignificant thing. Apart from that one time that Boat tried to make Miles get his girl out of his birthday party in the middle of the party. That's the only thing that's ever happened that's been a true violation, I reckon.
Even that, at the time, it was just hilarious.
It's still hilarious.
Because the thing is, it wasn't as serious as it became the following day. This is why I didn't understand Miles. Miles, it wasn't as serious on the day as it was the following day. So we was there. I come in. Obviously, I've come in with like 5 men, and he's upset. He's already in with this girl, but he's upset that he's been asked to leave with this girl, or the girl's been asked to leave. So I said, "All right," and he's doing the whole "I'm not a dickhead" thing. But then Boat comes and says, "Why don't you calm down? Calm down." He does his Boat thing, innit?
Yeah, big hands.
And then Before you know it, Miles was on the mic clashing him. I thought it was over then, and then it's just gone. Here we are, a year on, a couple of years on, talking about it.
Man.
But it's nothing happened.
What, a couple of years? It was last year.
Miles didn't say, "I'm not a dickhead." Him don't treat me like a dickhead. It wasn't even that kind of energy at all.
No.
Do you know what made
It
it
was
funny?
banter.
Miles gave us a 2.5-minute voice note of what happened, and Boat replied with, "Miles, that didn't happen." Okay.
The best thing about that for me is hearing that Mitch left the trap.
Yeah, that was the day he left. He said, "I can't do
Oh
this
my
anymore, boys."
It's too childish for me. I'm leaving.
This is too much for me, man.
Oh,
That's class.
Again, everyone trying to make this about Hack. No one's got any problem with Hack whatsoever. Hack's doing his thing, and that argument we're talking about had nothing to do with anything to do with why Hack doesn't come on Filthy anymore. Just again, I want people to stop asking that question or try and figure out between the lines. There's nothing between the lines there.
Hack is my neighbor.
So moving. So are we still allowed to cuss Miles, or does he not want it?
Fuck
Everyone
that.
we have
Anyone
to.
can get it.
Everyone has to get it. We're obligated.
Oi, Dan,
We're obligated. We have to kill you. You make a mistake, you have to pay.
Look at Skits' lip.
Bro, he looks like he's fucking gonna cut coconuts on the side of a road. He's fucked.
Right, he ain't got no top lip, has he? Oh, Skips. Got a bare bottom lip.
You never rip into specs.
ASAP, cuz.
It's funny.
We've been about now.
We've been doing this live stream like 2-3 hours a day for now. This is the 11th episode, right? These people you never rip into people like you rip into. You've been watching the live. We don't make this shit up. Miles kills himself. We're just witnesses. All we do is retell the story.
Yeah.
We are witnesses. We are not instigators.
Oi,
If
Dan,
you ain't
have you ever
figured that out yet, don't watch.
Say that again.
Have you ever lost your head in the Filthy Fellas? That's a question we've always asked, but you've never been here for it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I missed that.
I usually have my head.
I asked if Dan's ever lost his head at the Filthy Fellas.
No, he hasn't.
No.
He's never.
I've never seen Dan lose his head anywhere.
No.
You don't
Shit,
fucking
man.
care. That's why the cunt.
Yeah,
said you
that's
saw him lose his
it.
head for one
It's funny. It's funny. Do you know what I've realized? I'm kind of the opposite of Miles when it comes to I know when the pressure's on me, either deflect or do nothing.
Yeah.
Do not defend yourself. As soon as you decide you want to defend yourself around everyone else, you're finished the fight. You're gonna get killed. You're gonna get killed. And Miles still tries to defend himself.
100%. You're in the corner.
Miles defends himself. Miles defends himself at the wrong time.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Defend yourself when you need to put arms up because the man's got a knife and cut arms is better than cut face. Miles will start defending himself when a man is 20 miles away shouting, "I'm coming for you."
The thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is Filthy Fellas are counter-pressing, they're counter-attacking on the front foot. So we're throwing a joke at you, dare you to respond, retaliate. We need you to retaliate so that we can give you the rest of the 20 jokes that we got for you. But if you just do nothing, you're better off just taking it and just do something silly. Every time Chelsea I don't hold beatings. When Chelsea lose 4-0, I didn't lose 4-0. I don't get slapped, but I have to come in a suit otherwise. Because if I don't, I'm going to hold an even worse ripping than if I came in just normal. I've got to wear a suit. Just some kind of distraction will do.
Strategy. It's all about strategy.
Or you just wait. But you're usually waiting for Miles or for Boat to do something else.
Out of war.
There's been so many times where I've thought, oh shit, I'm going to get killed. And then just thankfully Boat or Miles do something.
We'll do something.
On Sunday. Yeah.
Out of war.
There have been times where Chelsea will hold a beating and Miles will come in the group on a Sunday night and go, "I've been silent all weekend because I didn't want this to be about me. I don't want anyone to get me." And then somehow Monday morning he's fucking done something.
There you go. And you know what we do? We tell him in the group, we're like, "Oh, you spoiled it. This was meant to be Dan's week."
Yeah.
That's what gets me mad. This is meant to be Dan's week, and you popped up and done something on your story that's just pissed everyone off. Remember, the crowd are first. The crowd always suspects. Go and check Miles' story. I'm like, oh my God, what's happened now? It's the crowd. The crowd get there first.
Yeah.
So I got a complaint from a fan yesterday. Someone messaged me and was like, go on Boat's Insta story and sent me like a paragraph about social distancing. So I've watched the story. Obviously, Boat's in the car. Did you see yesterday? He's in the car.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong. He's in the car.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
I messaged the guy back. I said, brother, you're messaging the wrong person.
You're 1 degree away. There's the guy you want to talk to. You're messaging the guy to the right. What are you doing?
Exactly. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the crowd are always first. The crowd find L's before us.
Yeah.
Because they realize we can turn anything into an L. You can be chilling there with a drink, but if the cup is shit, we're finding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. There's just no. If there's any flaw, it will be there. Why do you think I'm like trying to stay in front of this wire? So I'm saying
the sheet under Miles's TV is still there, and anytime anyone wants to talk about it, it's there.
Listen, everything's open. Everything is open for speculation. So you just got to get it right.
Mesut Ozil's rejected the 12.5% pay reduction. He says he'd rather see what the actual impact of the corona is before agreeing to give any money back.
Taking the piss.
Legend.
Jordan Brown is backing me, yeah, but it's funny because you lot said that's Miles.
What? As in Miles would do that?
No, you lot. I'm loving because you lot said Jordan Brown is Miles, and now he's backing me.
Oh yeah, now he's on side. Now he's going, yeah.
Anyway,
he couldn't stand up for you yesterday, obviously.
Miles, you're not that smart. He's trying to outsmart us and trying to. Now I'm going to be this guy, and I'm going to be that. Because there's someone else I'm sure that was definitely Miles as well.
Mesut Ozil.
Definitely in there. Mesut Ozil said no. Every player got to vote. They passed the vote. His agents come out saying, "Yeah, stop using the manager to try and negotiate this kind of thing. This is between him and the club. He'll wait until he sees what the outcome of the finances are and blah 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 blah." Did you see? Did you see Primark's statement today?
Yes.
No.
They've made £0
Since when?
Oh, what?
since the lockdown.
Of course.
They don't have an online business.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to get some vests from them.
Tigo, put things into context. Like Ozil doesn't put 9 million into the UK economy already every year. Okay, yeah, you understand how footballer tax works. Definitely puts 9 million into the tax system every year. And also that the pay reduction he's been asked
9 million into no, he definitely doesn't do that.
And the pay reduction has nothing to do with taxes. It's about protecting the club who are hemorrhaging money and paying him for work he's not doing.
The thing, no one's making money right now. But unfortunately,
Tesco are making money. Sainsbury's are making
but
money.
I'm saying, apart from like essential businesses, you're not making money. That's for every business. That's for football clubs. That's for boxing. That's everything. Recording studios, a lot. You name it, no one's making any money. Yeah. But these players are locked into contracts, fortunately for them, that keeps them making that money. And because no one even realized they should be writing pandemics into their contracts, they're still entitled to that money. That's what I'm saying. So I personally think it's a dickhead thing from Ozil, but it's his decision. It's his to make. It's his decision.
Do you think if all like big players with big wages made that decision to agree with it, he would follow suit?
No, they did.
No, I thought
there's three players. 3 players said no.
In the Arsenal big players said no.
Yeah, 3 Arsenal players said no.
Oh, I mean, do you know why it's a bit mad? Because he's obviously Arsenal's highest paid player.
Yeah.
So if anyone is taking a pay cut, you would assume he should be one of the ones to free it up first.
100%.
Seeing as you're on your 350 anyway, certain men that are getting 80 bags a week are taking a pay cut off their 80. But
his pay cut would be what? Somewhere in the region of like 37, 38 grand a week. There are players earning less than that, taking 12% off their wages.
So do you reckon he's trying to, rather than do a percentage, do an amount? Because obviously,
his agent basically said that his agent's playing like, I don't believe that this is as bad as they say it is, and if they prove that it is, then we'll give some money back or we'll arrange something after.
I reckon it is as bad as they say it is. I mean, bottom line, just off the gate, you make millions a week. You're probably having 1 or 2 home games a week. Bigger things right now. How many are Arsenal still in? But no matter what, you're paying usually once a week at that stadium. TV, not even sure what's going on with that.
No,
everything. Everything, clubs, absolutely everything, merch, everything is gone to zero. Practically.
And the person who's going to put that money into your club eventually, they ain't earning money either.
Basically.
So the price of everything you sell's got to come down after this as well. So the revenues ain't going to climb straight away.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason he's been asked to take a pay cut is because he's one of the only people earning right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't ask me or anyone else to really take a pay cut. No one else is making big money like that. You're one of the only people, or the only people in general as footballers, still earning the same money that you would have anyway. So I personally, trust me, I love dickheads and I love shithousery like this. But in the grand scheme, he should be negotiating, I think, if everyone else is.
I think I need more info.
Yeah, somebody says here, Alman Abdi says, if you're asking Ozil to go at 40k a week on top of paying tax, it's nothing to do with tax. What part of this makes you think this has got something to do with tax? Arsenal can't afford to pay him his full wage for a job he's not doing, so they're asking him to give money. But they're not going to give it to the NHS. Arsenal aren't going to fucking send it to Boris. Arsenal need that money for Arsenal.
Can a team like Arsenal, can they furlough players?
Yeah, but they'll lose them. They'll lose them. They'll get fired. They won't get fired. They'll quit. But as soon as the market's back up, they'll be like, fuck this club. And every other club, every other player.
So would that mean the government, in essence, has to pay 80% of Ozil's £350,000 a week?
Nah, there's a cap at 2.5k apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I personally, it's a funny one because I kind of agree with it from Ozil's perspective.
Yeah.
My contract is my contract, but at the same time, these are unprecedented situations.
Exactly.
Almost every other player in the world is like, fuck it.
Is it a pay holiday they're being asked to take as well, not a pay cut?
No, it's 12.5% over the course of a year, and a cut. And apparently the deal was if they make Europa League, they get half of it back.
Yeah,
and if they make the Champions League, they'll get all of it back.
And
that was what was offered.
Your money. That's based purely on money. If you make Europa or Champions League, you get more money. Therefore, you can put that back into.
But they'd have had that anyway. If they'd have made Champions League, Ozil would have probably bagged about $5 extra million on top of the pre-cut, whatever. But I don't know. I like it. I like it. Do you know why I like it? Because Mesut Ozil fucking hustled his ass off to get that contract, man. I mean, he played Arsenal for absolute simps. And then he did a video walking around the West End going like, I'm home, guys. Yeah, I'm at home. They gave him 350 bags a week.
You can see it from both ways. I look at it, and ultimately, I do think Ozil should be taking a pay cut. I do. Deep down, I do think he should be, because you don't, like, there are people in big trouble out here. And I know, I'm not sure what the club situation is and if the club's in big trouble or whatever it is. But this isn't forever. This would be for a couple of months, most probably.
A year, apparently.
And you are, a year? A whole season? 12%.
Yeah, what are you talking? You're talking about no mass gatherings in 2020, but based on what we think we know. The likelihood of finishing this season is minimal. They've already been knocked out of the Europa League. So, and the Chelsea, I think the Chelsea players are going to do their deal this week. They've been negotiating on what their pay cut's going to be. and that's a club with a very independently wealthy owner. I get a lot of people are saying they're owned by billionaires, but that's not really how money works. Money doesn't work. You don't just go into a bank account and go, "Good thing I've got 4 billion over there." It's tight. Like
Arsenal probably should have more money in the bank than a lot of teams because they have the highest season ticket prices. They have the, like ridiculous, like high income and not too much going out. Well, I suppose they're doing wages. It's because
wages is huge
because of my man. Hey, listen, Özil, I'm not giving you credit for giving to charity. I'm also not giving you credit for. I'm not. How can I give you credit for that? You make like 1.3 million a month. I can't give you credit for giving money to charity.
Mad.
I can't say you're a good guy because you're obligated. You're actually obligated, and he's Muslim, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obligated. This isn't like some kind of he's doing really well. If you're making 1.3 million, it doesn't matter if you're a footballer, a businessman, anything, you should be given to charity. That's as simple as that. And then, in general, you're being asked to take a pay cut, but negotiate it. You're always going to be scapegoated when you are the highest earner. That's it. It's just that's the position you pick when you get the biggest contract.
He wasn't scapegoated till he scapegoated himself by saying no.
Yeah.
One of 3 players. I think we could probably guess who the 3 players are as well.
Yeah.
Who would you say the 3 players are?
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, Xhaka.
And what?
Oh, Xhaka, that's interesting.
Aubameyang, Xhaka.
Yeah.
I would say it's the 3 players who most recently signed big contracts.
What's David Luiz?
No, I think David Luiz is calm. I don't know why.
Yeah, I reckon he's all right as well.
Pepe. It's Pepe, man.
It can't be.
Pepe got a big signing on fee. It's Pepe, man. I don't care.
He's on the most money he's ever seen in his life, though. This is old money decisions, I reckon. I don't think this is new money. New money's like, fuck it, I'll make that back because I've never seen this kind of money. Old money's like,
this is somebody coming towards the end of their career.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't feel sorry for any of these guys.
The players, or
the players. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't give a shit. I feel sorry for the younger players. I feel sorry for Matty Longstaff.
Do you know what? I'll be totally honest. These lot are footballers, and this pandemic has hit them like nowhere near as much financially as it's hit anyone else in the world. Pay your fucking money, or give to charity, or flipping help whoever needs to be helped. And if it's the club that actually needs to be helped, help.
Well, here's the thing: it's football players. Football players and their behavior is funny because I think people who watch from a media perspective, they'll be like, leave footballers alone, or they'll be like, yeah, fuck footballers. So when the conservative government man, whoever, I don't know his name, he came out and said footballers need to do their bit, there was this talk of footballers need to have their wages deducted and that money go to NHS, blah, 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 blah. So the footballers were rattled and put together this charity that's like, we're all going to give money to this charity. It's an unspecified amount. It's an unspecified donation per player, but get the fuck away from our money. Stop talking about our shit. We've done something. As well as the fact that that's going to help them with tax write-offs. That's going to help them, like, individually.
They don't really come out and say that.
Listen. Everyone's going on like these lot aren't rich, innit? So for everyone saying, I'm paying this percent or whatever it is, these lot are millionaires, innit? It's easy for you lot to say this in your little broke bedrooms. when you're flipping making millions of pounds a month, or is there any you can take?
You know what, right? When Dan goes into the deep dive, this happens.
Yeah, it's true. Dan, your 5G is actually stopping you from dropping the realness.
6G.
Yeah.
Listen,
when it's all said and done, this is a blip. Everyone's taking an L. It's not just you. They're asking you if you will take this L. There's loads of people saying yes. You're the highest paid person on this team. Will you take a pay cut? So I'm saying, like, I just feel like, yeah, you're entitled to do it, but it's a dickhead thing.
You're not playing. Like your contract was based on you playing, and if you're not injured, if there's nothing that's gonna fucking make it possible for you to play, then the money that you're guaranteed, bro, you're just gonna bankrupt the fucking
I think what you just said. I think what you just said there will probably go into the contracts, new contracts going forward.
I'd imagine so. Big F says, "What's religion got to do with this? Filthy about to lose a lot of viewers." That's the dumbest thing. That's such a dumb thing to say. Like religions have
also,
like.
It's the same with Christianity. I think Christianity is 10%. You're meant to pay.
Absolutely.
You're meant to pay to charity. You're meant to give to charity, and the more you earn, the more you're supposed to give. And let's not be silly and go on like footballers do their taxes correctly and and like let's not be silly here, and let's just and assume that they just get 30%, 40% taken out of their way. Trust me, these lot are all over the place. When it comes to their money, it's all over the place. Like, just take a little pay cut because you're rich with or without your pay cut. Just take it, and hopefully we'll be on the other side of this sooner than you think, and then we resume as normal. But whilst there's no football happening, there is no income. Everyone's suffering. You have to suffer a little bit.
And there's someone here said Arsenal ain't going bankrupt anytime soon. I don't think these people understand how money actually works.
No, they don't.
Like, as someone who owns a business, that when you're not making money, when you're making less money, which is what the case is at the moment for my business, you look at the landscape of all the money you've got guaranteed as outgoings. You look at all of the fucking talent that you're associated with. You look at all the facilities you're associated with. You just go, this is just a drain. I can't continue this. Football clubs' guaranteed expenditure is in the tens of millions of pounds every couple of months. You think they could just go on doing that fucking consistently? Just keep handing out millions and millions.
Businesses were going bankrupt within the first 3 weeks of this pandemic shutting things off. Exactly. People think that just because a company turns over X amount of money, that they have that as liquid. It's not there. It's just potentially there. So as soon as you switch that all off, that company is going broke, and bare companies won't be here after this is done. So Ozil will still be rich. He'll just be 10%, or any of these players that are refusing will just be 10% less well off. That's it. 12% less well off. It's not that peak. It's a lot peaker for a lot of everyone. Most other people will be 90% worse off. Just take your 10 or 12%. For me, it makes a lot of sense. I understand that everyone's situations are different, and yeah, you have an expensive lifestyle, but I'm pretty sure going from 1.3 million to 1.1 million for this month and for the next couple of months isn't too big of a deal.
Unless you've really fucked it. Which I'm not ruling it out. He might have really fucked it financially, and he can't afford to take that hit. It just feels consistent with what we know of Mesut Ozil, the football player, though, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of his modus operandi, is to be a bit of a wanker.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Like, as I say, you're within your right. Your contract says you can do it. You can do what you want. But I just feel like it sends out a pretty dangerous message that I don't care what's happening in this world. I'm not losing because of it.
Yeah, when you lost to Olympiacos the other day.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, you don't get to lose when you lose to Olympiacos. You don't get to lose when the whole world's in crisis. When does Mesut Ozil get to lose?
Yeah.
This is sounded like the Josh Maja case, and I think his agents just to think players leave this with the agent to deal with.
Yeah, but you know, that'd be an easy get out. That'd be an easy get out, except that it was asked of every single player, and only 3 turned around and said no.
It's disgusting, bro.
Remember, these are big. Is that free just from the first team they're seeing, or is that?
That is free.
Apparently, it was 1 younger player and 2 senior players. I don't think they asked the youth players necessarily to give back money. I think it was all players in the first team squad.
Guendouzi.
I mean, look.
You reckon, George?
He's a prick.
He's a prick. Guendouzi, definitely a prick.
But the majority of footballers in the Premier League, whether you're a first player, a reserve player, whatever it is, the chances are you are rich.
Yeah,
that's the beauty. You are rich. You're not well off. You're not like doing all right. You're rich. You're getting a lot of money every week, and the world's in a bit of a fucked up position right now. I think you have to, man. Like it sends out dangerous messages. It proper does. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
some people agree. People are saying, "Oh, would you take the pay cut though?" I would. 100%, I would.
Well, as a business owner, there's a chance you're going to have to take a pay cut if this carries on into May.
What, me? What do you mean? I've taken like a 90% pay cut. But I'm saying if you had the choice, if I was contracted to get every week, every is saying they can't pay me now. Is my thing going mad? Is it too fast for you again?
Yeah, you're dropping jewels, but you're dropping jewels Robo style.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, even if somebody said to me, who's paying me, I'm going to need you to take a little bit less because like things have mean that we have no income. It's very simple for me to see. You have no income because there are no matches being played. I get it. I'm happy to. I'm not happy to take it, but I will take this L for you because everyone. It's different if I was being asked, just me. You're the highest player. We need you to take the loss, no one else. But everyone's being asked to take.
But this is the thing, and there's a lot of whataboutery in the comments and simping for ballers and that. Listen, all the coaching staff don't have a choice about their pay reductions. They could be released without pay. Basically, they can be released, and their reputation will be fucked in the business. It's different from coaches. They're getting their cuts done. Board members, non-playing executives, all these people are getting pay reductions. They don't be simps for ballers. The football player is not on the pitch kicking a ball, which is how they make their money. And in the new world, whatever happens in a month, 2 months, 3 months, you're not going to have mass gatherings of football stadiums. So if a football match is worth £1.2 million to a Champions League team on match day, it's now worth £200,000 max. And that's exactly, and then you start talking about sponsors. How many of the people that sponsored these clubs and these matches are out of business or can't afford to sponsor them anymore? And then you go, how many of the people that can afford tickets can't afford to spend £150 on the Champions League ticket anymore? They can't. So when you talk about the money and what it represents, you might want to talk about Mesut Ozil's got a contract and it says this, and I do agree, but the money coming into football is now not relative to the money that players were, the contracts that were agreed to the players.
And when it's all said and done, it's just about humility. This is something that everyone's having. It's not just Ozil. It's not just anyone. I keep saying Ozil because he's the name that came into this at first. But there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players that won't have agreed to be taking pay cuts, but I think they should. And it's just that simple. And there's no reason for you not to, unless there is a huge reason for you not to. You make that, but like, how is this even an argument? I don't even know how this is an argument.
I'll tell you what's funny as well. I don't know if this is the same for you guys, but for me, my lifestyle is a lot less expensive right now.
Yeah,
because I'm just here. So imagine the difference in cost of lifestyle for a man on 350 bags a week being stuck in his house.
We ain't doing nothing anyway.
He's actually, not only is he not taking a pay cut, he's actually making mad profit off of coronavirus.
Probably, yeah.
He ain't, bro. He ain't in restaurants. He ain't fucking taking trips.
Shit,
He's just in his house with a fucking GPS vest.
Yeah.
Always dropping racks and shisha caps and that.
Yeah.
Which is wild when you think about it, because in a way, I feel like I'm kind of making a profit off of coronavirus just by not spending money that I would normally be spending on travel, going out, doing things, buying clothes, or whatever. I'm just like, no, I'm just keeping it to myself. But that's because I'm banking just in case lean months are coming and I needed that money.
Yeah.
If you're earning 350 bags a week, mate, that's just pure profit. Pure fucking profit. Did you guys see? Do you know who Sandro Rosell is?
No.
RUSSELL.
Yeah.
Is he a footballer?
No, he was the president. He was the guy in charge of Barcelona after the guy before. I forget the fucking guy's name. Anyway, he went to prison. He spent 20 months in jail.
Tax evasion.
It was to do with like some weird corruption with the rights to watching Brazil games or screening Brazil games, and allegedly might have had something to do with the Neymar deal. Anyway, he's out. Barcelona's in crisis. I'm talking about Messi is turning on everyone, hitting everyone with chairs. They've absolutely fucked. Coronavirus is killing them because it's giving them too much time to think about shit. Sandro Rosell's out of prison now. He wants to be president again. So he's out doing this media run. He said that when he went to jail, he got given 4 packets of Vaseline and 4 condoms.
Condoms.
What?
Don't show the shake bareback.
So hold on, wait. First of all, why was he in jail?
It was corruption stuff involving the TV rights to Brazil games and a sponsorship with Nike. It was very. He got in the end. He got acquitted. He did 643 days, and then
Why
after
did they
that,
give him condoms?
4 condoms, 4 packets of Vaseline.
He's beaten.
For his ass.
He's beaten.
For his ass. The Vaseline's not for you, bro.
Unless it is. Unless that's the tax.
Flipping no. This is I would be fucking rattled if someone gave me Vaseline on my way into jail.
If that's the shot,
that would kill me.
Understand. But not to use. To shot, yes.
That ain't Cat D. That ain't Cat D. If you're going into jail with 4 bags of fucking Vaseline,
maybe he was just gay.
Yeah, maybe.
He's beaten. He asked. That was on his list of requests.
He must have said that he was gay. He must have.
But who's he having sex with in there? Because it's only men, I'm guessing. Has he got a wife?
No, whoever knows how much money.
Is it like in Spain? Are you is your wife allowed to visit? Who's phoning me? Someone's phoning me.
What do you mean? Like,
I thought it was someone. Huh?
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Conjugal visit.
All I know is this is. Did he come out with the 4 condoms? Any idea?
He did 600. He did 643 days in there, so I doubt it. I bet they got used.
Yeah.
It's true though, isn't it? You're supposed to come out with the 4 condoms, if anything. If you're gay,
you're supposed to.
On the subject of Barcelona, though, and linking it to the last topic, Barcelona will sell the naming rights to the new camp for 1 year in an effort to raise money for the fight against coronavirus.
Can I be honest? I don't trust anything Barcelona ever does.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Do you remember when they bought Palino?
What does that mean? What is that? Where does that money go? You see what I'm saying?
It's a good question. What happens is, and this is how Barcelona do it. This is why Barcelona always keep one eye on that club. That club is a shady business. What that means is when they didn't have sponsors for years, and then out of nowhere it was like Qatar. Well, no, what came before Qatar? UNICEF.
Oh yeah.
So they went, we're not going to have a sponsor ever because we're too classy. We're going to do a sponsor just for charity. Why are they doing it just for charity? Because the next year, Qatar's got the bag for them. Always keep one eye on Barcelona.
Yeah.
This is their stadium will be called the Coronavirus Stadium next year, and then after that, it's going to be named
something.
I don't know, whatever the big brand is that surrounds.
They're not going to call it the Coronavirus Stadium, are they?
I doubt it.
I was going to say, bro, that's a bad name for a stadium, man.
I'll go there.
Poor attendance.
Something Saudi.
Yeah, so, no, you're probably talking about Tesco Stadium. Tesco are going to go and take over the world now. Yeah. They've been working on it for years.
Who, Tesco?
Tesco, Domino's Pizza, all these guys, they are stacking
Keep texting me Domino's, man, dickheads. I don't know why they're making me text a different number to make them stop. Like, it's too awkward.
What are they texting you about?
They're saying here 50% of pizzas, like ordering pizza now. They'll say if you want this message to stop, then text stop, but to that number. And then they put a next number, and I'm just like, it's just I don't know.
What's next? What's football related?
Some more football related stuff. Manchester United's medical guy. Did you see what he said?
No, what did he say?
He's been talking about how they're managing the fitness of the players. Obviously, you saw Scott McTominay ran 5K in 16 minutes. Did you see that?
Yeah, good on him.
According to his watch, anyway. Those watches aren't 100% accurate, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he said that a lot of Man United players are getting injured in quarantine.
Is it?
And he said that one of them got injured by his dog biting him.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man!
What? What?
That's got to be Phil Jones.
You can't stick it on Phil Jones every time that's a Man United player fucks up.
So hold on, wait. There's players getting injured in pre-season. Is it because they're running on trying to do these Superman times? Because these are fast times people are running 5K in.
I think probably. That's not probably 5 days, 60 minutes probably isn't a good idea, to be honest.
That's a sprint.
Yeah, I think they're not being honest, and their muscles are being honest for them.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, like, did you drink a lot of water yesterday? Yeah. Why have you got cramps today?
Yeah.
That's all.
This is why I don't think that the Premier League will finish. Yeah, because players aren't fit. It's been a month, and they won't be fit already. They won't be fit.
Nah.
So it will take another month to get them fit. It's just I just can't see it finishing.
This is worse than pre-season. Because at least pre-season, they're swimming, they're walking, they're working with personal trainers, all of that.
Yes.
So this is actually a setback. This is a setback fitness-wise to football that hasn't been since, like, I don't know, the mid-2000s, when every club was like, right, we need one person for nutrition, one person for fitness, one person for muscles, one person for... So yeah, the comeback, like the quality, the chances of being back to a quality level in a month, that's not very high.
Yeah.
If I know me, you can't put me on 150 and tell me to stay at home and keep fit. Fuck off.
That's
150 bags?
Yeah.
I do think we've spoken about
it. Bro, all I'm doing is eating. That's all I'm doing.
Dan, you're 23 years old. You're at home. You're on 150, and he's saying stay home and keep fit. Fuck off.
Staying home is easy because you kind of like you stay home.
Yeah, that's calm.
As in, keep fit is impossible.
They're being tracked, so there's
keep fit is different. Like doing press ups and that, doing like little Instagram keep fit is cool, but match fit impossible.
No, match fit's not possible. But they're being tracked. They're being tracked. Like Dan, there's a company called Stat Sports. I think you've heard of them.
Yeah, very well.
They have GPS in their vests, and they're all tracked centrally. So, like, all the players have been given like GPS vests. So there is a degree of cardio workout that
available at StatsSports.com.
It's being monitored by the club by the doctors, whatever. But it's, you know, all the weight training, all the resistance, all of the footwork, all of the intricate things that each player needs. They're just so far away from any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long preseason. It's gonna be a long preseason, and then when they come back, I think they'll still be getting injured.
Yeah, and the thing is, obviously, some of these they've got big gyms, they've got massive gardens, they've got football goals and football pitches, but it's not the same. Doing it, you and your dog and your flipping missus.
And here's another
8-year-old kid. It's not the same as, like, you just don't do anything with the same intensity as if he was training.
Here's another question. We're gonna come back to the league allegedly, but we need a pre warm-up game, no?
Yeah, at least.
Do you reckon?
And also, I'm throwing this out there now. Let's see if this conversation picks up.
100% then.
5-6 subs next season.
Do you think? Yeah, maybe. Are they doing 5 subs anywhere at the moment? Only in friendlies?
Yeah, only in friendlies. If to prevent injury, I think you maybe even rolling subs. If you want to get to a high standard of playing early on, I think you might have to increase the number of substitutes teams can make. I think it's underrated how much and how finely, like, organized and fine-tuned the workouts and training that these players actually do.
Exactly.
Because they have personal trainers as well. We know Paul Pogba, his doctor told him have surgery, and he's like,
season, man. They got to suck it off.
The thing is, I just don't think that at a time like this where you've got 10 games left or whatever it is, that you could then have a pre-season in a sense that you can have practice matches or matches against other teams before you just resume the league. It just doesn't.
It's not ideal. It's not like it's not ideal. It's not convenient. But
I don't even know if it's possible.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. But going
think about it, bro. If we come back at the time that the World Cup or Euros is going to be on. You know, there's a reason that league football is not played in that heat in this country.
Yeah.
We're going to go right 3 p.m. Go on in that heat. You lot's bodies, fucked as they are, not back ready. Go out, do your thing there. What you're going to have is you're going to have a massively reduced quality, which is a big issue for the Premier League because our quality is in its pace, its intensity.
I hate summer football.
And summer football, it's slow. It's considered. And if your body's not ready for it, lack of hydration, all that shit, you'll pull up with mad injuries.
That's when you get water breaks in between halves.
Yeah. And then you go, this isn't the league Liverpool played for 29 games off.
And the thing is, like I was having this argument with someone yesterday who was like, no, they have to finish the league. Like, even if it means we go into whatever month, and even if it means we cancel next season and whatever it is. But for me, if I'm a decision maker in the FA, surely the easiest thing to do, yes, there's no situation now that everyone's happy with. There's even finishing the season, that's not a situation that everyone's happy with. The easiest decision to make for me is to avoid this whole season, which obviously pisses off whoever's in top spot and second spot in league in the championship, and pisses off Liverpool.
Yeah,
but I can't see any other feasible way around this.
I would say that if judging by what the conversations we're having, we are not educated in this subject whatsoever, right? I would say that you're talking about 50% of decision makers are desperately trying to work out how to finish the season. I'd say 50% of decision makers are desperately trying to work out how they can cancel the season and not get absolutely fucked over financially.
Is that because when you say they're trying to figure out how to continue and how to, do you reckon there's like individual agendas in that, or do you think people are just looking for the right decision?
I think people are looking for the right decision. I think there's a lot of fucking agendas. There's a shitload of agendas.
We've also got the government to worry about. Will the government allow you to play matches behind closed doors?
I don't think the government are going to be as big of a. This is a populist government that basically goes with whatever the front page of the newspaper says. I don't think the government are going to be that hard to convince.
How are the WWE still on?
So here's the thing about that. And if there's anything you can learn about the WWE still being on, is that the viewing figures every week are just going. They got no competition. Nothing else is live. Nothing else is competitive or anything. Their viewing figures are plummeting. So it's like, if you want to look at football and go behind closed doors, what's the impact going to be? Not that WWE is comparable in any other way. You could look at that and go, shit, man, what's that going to do to viewing figures? What's that going to do to people's interest? Are you just playing out the season like you would a Sunday league season? You know, it's like when it rained all winter and you got to have fucking back-to-backs every weekend to try and finish the season.
For a lot of teams, the season, as in for Liverpool, they want to win the league, but the league's as good as one. For I forgot I was meant to be somewhere. For the lower teams, like you're obviously fighting for relegation, and for the top teams in the championship, they'll be trying to get promotion. But I mean, it will be overwhelmingly the amount of teams that are there not playing for anything. It seems it makes a lot of sense to then go and just void the season.
But they are playing for tens of millions of pounds, because otherwise they're going to have to give that money back to Sky, back to Fox, back to ESPN, back to. I feel like
a lot of that money is going to have to go back anyway, regardless of whether we play out the season or not.
Yeah, but how much of it? And that's what I'm saying. When I say I think 50% of people are trying their hardest to cancel it, 50% of people are trying to find their hardest to finish it. I think it's all based on how football could lose as little money as possible.
I would still watch it. 100%. I'm watching these matches.
Me too.
I don't care. I'll take anything right now.
Facts.
I'll take any match.
I think if you love football, if you've ever been to shit football, if you've ever fucking, woken up on a Sunday and BT Sports on and it's football, it's conference football on TV and it's on AstroTurf and it's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm watching it. If you really love football, then you'll watch the football. But football is not funded by people who really love football. It's funded by people who really like football.
Yeah.
Match of the Day gets more viewers, not just because it's on BBC One, but also because people want their football cut up for them.
Cut up and then spoon-fed after the game.
Yeah. With shouting, with cheering, with
I can't watch that, man. I love writing. That's it.
I haven't watched a match of the day for a while because
It's been years.
Usually the games that I'm interested in are being broadcasted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, even stuff like that, would that have effective match of the day?
YouTube effective match.
As I said, right now, I don't care. I have no choice. I have no football.
Yep.
I'll take anything. I'll take women's football. I will take flipping Scunthorpe versus Wrexham. I will take anything now.
I follow a guy. I don't like racing. I like horse racing. I follow a guy called Big Cat. He's an American podcast guy, right? Every night on Periscope, he's got this machine that does a little horse race. You put little toy horses on, hold a button down, and they race against each other. 4 lanes, 1 lap, lasts about 20 seconds. I watch it every night because it feels like sports.
Yeah, anything will do. That's what we're missing, the competitive edge of and not knowing who's going to win.
Thank you, Michael Jordan. Thank you, Michael Jordan, for coming on and giving us a feeling of sports.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sunderland till I die. Thank you, fucking Leeds United. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we're running out now. We're running out.
Yeah.
Sunderland season 3, man.
Yeah, we need.
And the Premier League will drag this out for as long as they can.
Yeah.
And so would I. I get it.
Who's going to be the first to make a documentary on this?
To do what?
A documentary on this whole pandemic.
Listen, if you're Amazon not hurting for money right now, are they? Because they're still fucking running.
Yeah, I'm still ordering. Things are coming a little bit later, but whatever.
Yeah, it's a couple of days later. Yeah, but they're not rushing for the all or nothing Tottenham Hotspur season.
You know what? Fam, the delivery Donny came to my door. He knocked, then he went back. I opened the door. He's dashed it. I wanted to beat him up, man.
Nah, think about his day, man.
I haven't even had any deliveries that are like given by somebody that my guys are coming to the door. They don't give a damn about social distancing. My guys are trying to buck me in my face, give this to me. Uber drivers coming straight up to me, say, "What are we saying, bro? You good?" Like, it's
what can they do in London, really?
West London, I can't lie.
If you're a delivery man in London, how the fuck are you avoiding people? How the fuck are you avoiding touching stuff? Come on, man.
Yeah,
it's not happening.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just hoping. Are we not scheduled to be in the peak? Are we in this peak right now?
I read something today that said that yesterday was the first reduction in the number of deaths so far in the UK. I don't pay too much attention to this stuff because honestly, too much information. I think it's badly interpreted or whatever. But I read that this morning. That yesterday was the first day there was a reduction in the number of deaths.
Yeah.
So that would imply that we're past the peak and that we're flattening the curve, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Who's Mara Elsa? I never knew we had girls watching.
Oh, there's girls watching, yeah.
We got all the girls watching, man.
Your girls watching.
I know, but my girl watches for different reasons.
If you're Primark though, how pissed are you that you were so fucking tearing up the high street with your fucking £4 trainers and that?
Yeah.
That you thought, here's a niche. We're not even going to have an online business. The packaging, the posting, and the having people on the ground dealing with that shit, that's too much money for the shit that we sell.
Yeah.
And then you got struck as a pandemic and you got £0 coming in. How peak is that?
It's horrible. And do you know what is even worse? Yeah, the implications of this. Yeah, having all this spare time, loads of people are just learning to do shit that they usually pay for.
Yeah.
And that's going to hurt industries.
It's going to change the whole landscape, yeah.
Everyone is just going to be like, actually, no, fuck that. I'm going to do this myself. I may as well learn. It's giving everyone like a bit of a thing to just sit down, have a look at things and just learn something and do something. And that's a good thing, but it will hurt bare people.
I'll tell you what's funny, though, and I don't know how much longer we got left on this stream. There are loads of major businesses announced straight away, we're not paying rent.
Yeah.
So a company that myself and Dan work for, I'm not going to say that by name, they told all their landlords we're not paying rent this month. Okay. We can't trade, we can't get access, blah, 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 blah. Now, for my company, we were talking to our landlords and we were going, let us take a deferral or let us take a reduction. And then we saw what all the major businesses were doing. we spoke to our lawyers and said, look, are we okay to send a letter saying we're not paying? And they went, yeah, fuck it, because that's what all the big boys are doing.
Yeah,
they ain't paying rent, and there's no reason to.
So what I did is I cancelled my direct debit. Boom. First thing I did, I didn't cancel it. I just took all the money out of that account so that that money can't come out on the 1st of April. Yeah. And then I started negotiating from the 2nd.
Right.
And I was just like, all right, cool. And then they were just like, listen, we can do a deferral, and blah, 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 blah. But I was just like, yeah, but I was kind of like gritting my teeth. And then I decided to dig my heels in. And I was just like, nah, man, like, you lot have kind of semi-closed the building. Social distancing means I can't really do sessions. I could do my own little bits and bobs and do producing and all of this kind of stuff. But I'm not on paying. And I'll be able to pay. And then they came back literally on Friday. And was just like, we'll give you a 50% rent reduction, but you have to do it now. You have to pay on time as if it was normal.
Yeah.
So that'll work. That honestly, that saved a lot of money. That saved a more than what I wanted anyway. But
yeah,
everything's just fucked now. Every company that is in that rents a space, you're at your landlord's mercy, pretty much. That's it.
But at the same time, they're at your mercy.
They are.
Which is a funny coefficient existence.
Yeah.
Where like I've rented this property on the proviso that I can trade within it. Now,
exactly.
There'll be nothing in my contract that says if I can't trade within it, I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
But it's hard to look at the universe right now and go, no, you should pay. And I don't think you're going to find that many courts when they reconvene going, you should have been paying all this time.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is one of those times where it's never been seen before. No one really knows how to deal with it. The courts won't have really a clue what to do with it. And I would imagine more often than not, they'll side with the tenant before they side with the landlord over a situation like this.
Well, the government set precedent when they said, we're not going to let anyone be evicted for this amount of time.
Exactly.
And all of this shit, like they set precedent. So in legal terms, you look at that and go, thank you.
Yeah.
You've opened the door for us now.
But what about after this 90 days? How fast do you owe it? All of these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? Worth sorting out now. And if you can do it without getting lawyers involved, it's best.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just one of those weird times where everyone is going to be flipping broke for a little bit, and companies are going to be making more time. Everyone's projected almost your year. From the beginning of the year, you kind of project your year and you work out what you'll be making on a monthly thing. You've budgeted everything, and it's just all gone to shit. And the chances are, even after this is all done, it will be slow as fuck.
And imagine you're a football club with hundreds of millions of pounds of commitments, and it doesn't just go from, I'm making less, I'm going to have to buy Tesco value beans, to I ain't making shit. There's nothing coming in.
Yeah, exactly. And then the prospect of having to play in empty stadiums until next year means that, a lot of your fans who have season tickets, they need refunds, partial refunds.
And they need the refunds as well.
Exactly. So there's way more to this than people think. But everyone's just trying to work as best and as smartly as they can. And it's mad. Think of all the pubs and that's going to go down. I see someone write about pubs. Pubs are already just literally hanging by a string more time.
Yeah. This
will ruin them. And you can get your little 25 grand grants from whatever it is, but people don't understand what it is to actually run a business.
They don't.
And where that 25 grand is gone as soon as you get it, it's gone.
It's a fucking drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
And for certain size business, a lot of these incentives aren't even in place for certain size businesses. And the small businesses, as much as people might look and go, well, small businesses, you look at the small version of Tesco compared to the big version of Tesco, or the small version of Man United compared to the big version of Man United. That's not how it works. It takes the small businesses to provide the services or to provide the competition that the bigger businesses need for the infrastructure. So while the smaller businesses, you might think, well, if they're not big enough, they're going to fail. That's great. But I don't think you realize what that means for the actual market that you live in that
Yeah.
you benefit from in some way. And football is
exactly.
fucked. Football is fucked.
It will be one of the worst hit industries.
Yeah.
Literally, the entertainment industry is pretty much pissed. Boxing, Eddie Hearn, who knows how much money he's lost.
Imagine being a DJ right now.
Oh,
who are you DJing for?
Just you, Insta.
Where are you getting paid? There's no money for you.
Exactly. And I tell you what makes it even worse is that everyone knows that ain't nobody done their taxes correctly for the last 3 years. So now when you go and ask for as soon as I'll see them roll out that the self-employed, we're willing to help here, just upload your last 3 years tax returns. I was like, yeah. You lot have got me. You got me fully. I can't upload nothing. Keep your money. Keep your money. I'll owe you money.
I hear that. Oh my God, what a time.
All right, we're going to wrap this right now. Not because we run out of things to talk about, but for other reasons. And me, Jordan, and Dan are going to talk about those other reasons offline. Thank you, everyone, for watching. 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's a good amount. We kept 4 figures all the way to the end. Thank you. Yo, Dan,